You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for Game 3 in this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. So glad you're with us. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Zabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. It's not too easy to cut corners when discussing last night's loss for the Baysox. It was, in a pretty simple word, devastating, as the Baysox had a 5-3 lead going into the top of the 9th inning and could not seal the deal. 5 runs across for Richmond. The first 6 batters of the inning all reaching safely. There were 2 errors, both by Kobe Mayo at third base. A couple of infield balls put into play, and then eventually a game-sealing 2-run home run by Jacob Hayward, who had only come into the game as a pinch runner in the 8th inning. But Bowie, they had plenty of chances, just as they did on Tuesday in the loss that saw them strand 10 runners on base and 8 runners in scoring position. Bowie constantly put runners on base in this one, and they were able to drive a handful of them in. They just weren't able to really build their lead any further than just 2 runs. And every time they did build it to a 2-run lead, Richmond would just inch right back closer, bring it back within 1 run. It was pretty much a game of chicken until the Squirrels finally decided to bring out the heavy bag for that top of the ninth inning. And Bowie missed out on a golden opportunity to push into sole possession of first place, as the Erie Seawolves also lost last night in 10 innings against the Altoona Curve. In a similarly tough fashion, Erie had runners at first and third with no one out in the bottom of the 10th and did not score, as Altoona took that game 2-1. So for Bowie, the message is clear, although it's not necessarily that easy. It's easier said than done. You've just got to try a little bit harder on it, and that's what Kyle Moore had directed to his team following last night's loss, is that there are 10 games left to play in this season, and you've got to try as hard as you can to wrap up this series with as many wins as possible, because you are still currently out of the playoffs if you're the Bowie Baysox right now. While you are tied with Erie, they hold the tiebreaker, and if these final 10 games don't fully favor you, then you'll be sitting at home once the divisional series comes to pass, when someone is going to be hosting these Flying Squirrels for the first of that 3-game series. As we open up with the numbers ahead of today's game, Richmond comes in for game number 128 on the year, a 61-66 record, a 2-game winning streak, 5-5 over their last 10, and 29-36 on the road. Bowie comes in for game number 129 this season, 63-65 on the season, but a 3-game losing streak for the Baysox, 4-6 over their last 10, 35-30 when playing in front of the home crowds here at Prince George's Stadium. As Bowie is 36-23 in the second half. That is no longer the best record in the Eastern League, as the Portland Sea Dogs have been surging. They've won 9 of their last 10 games, and Portland in the Northeast Division leads the league at 37-22. But Bowie and Erie are still tied in the second half at 36-23, while Richmond in the second half is 21-37. That is just behind New Hampshire by 1/2 game for the worst record in the Eastern League here in this second half. Starting pitching matchup ahead of today's game sees Landon Roop go for Richmond, while Bowie tosses Garrett Stallings. First time that the Baysox are seeing Roop this year. He's another right-hander that's jumped up through 3 levels this year in the Giants organization, much like yesterday's starting pitcher, or not Matt Frisbee, Keaton Wynn 2 days ago. Wynn will again start on Sunday. But you've seen a lot of this with those strikeout arms that the Giants have been able to really develop lately. Roop allowed 4 runs in just 4 innings in his Double-A debut, but the strikeouts have really started to ramp back up for the UNC Wilmington grad. He's got 17 punch-outs in his last 12 innings and 23 strikeouts overall in 16 innings here at Double-A. Across all of his levels this season, Roop has struck out 144 batters and walked only 30 batters in less than 100 innings. He's only allowed 5 home runs as well, but 2 of them have come here at Double-A. So he has left a couple in the zone well enough for batters to find. This ballpark, of course, might be the best opportunity for Bowie to use, maybe pick up a couple of home runs themselves. But as we talk about home runs, we do have to talk about Garrett Stallings. As Stallings starts for Bowie, 5-10 with a 6.44 ERA. His 26 home runs allowed this season are tied for the most by any pitcher in a single season in franchise history, with Josh Towers back in 1999. So if Stallings gives up 1 more over his final 2 starts of the season, he could be that new franchise record holder. But after he allowed a home run and 3 runs against Erie last week, it didn't seem to matter too much because he still tossed 6 innings. And really, even if he does give up a long ball here and a couple of runs, I really feel as if, as long as Stallings can finish out the first trip through the order with minimal damage, those first 9 batters, if he doesn't give up a run, then that should be enough for him today, I'd feel, Adam.
Yeah, I think that Stallings obviously is a pitcher that has been here with the Baysox all year. Richmond is a lineup that is facing him for a 5th time, but the ability to get through the lineup multiple times, to get deep into the game, has been so big for him, and obviously the numbers are inflated. He had 1 terrible month. He pitched extremely well in July. He pitched well in August as well, and I think that it's big to go to a guy like Stallings in a big spot like this to try to get you deep in the game, let your offense do some work against a bit of an inexperienced starter, and hope you can get a big win and put what was such a tough defeat last night behind you.
So Stallings has had a lot to say lately, as we caught up with him a couple of weeks back following his good start against Somerset when Bowie was at Prince George's Stadium. And we're going to replay that interview for you now, as we want to just, follow up on what some of his thoughts have been carrying him through that As Adam mentioned, tough month of June into an incredible month of July, and as he's looked for consistency here in August and into September. As we continue on with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, Stallings is our guest next. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of Minor League Baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend Championship Weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
All right, let's keep it going here with the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Game 2 of 6 between Bowie and Somerset. Garrett Stallings spun his second consecutive quality start last night. 6 strong innings, and we're checking in with him right now. Just the quick usual. What was the best pitch working for you last night?
I would say that my curveball was pretty good last night. I actually didn't have my cutter too much, so kind of relied more heavily on my slider and curveball. But, continue just to change speeds, try and keep them off balance, and did for the most part. Got hurt on, one fastball, but overall it was pretty good.
Of course, the big news coming out of the last couple of weeks was the Orioles announcing you as the minor league pitcher of the month for the month of July. How did the news get broken to you? Did Kyle Moore let you know?
Yeah, Kyle Moore let me know in the clubhouse with Joey Ortiz at the same time before he broke it to him, which was kind of special. Like having, the player and pitcher come from the same team was kind of a special moment. And, even more so after, my comeback from the month of June, it meant a little bit more to me. So definitely an enjoyable moment, something I won't forget.
Is there much that you think back on from June at this point, or is it still just taking start by start, appearance by appearance, and improving on each individual outing?
Yeah, obviously it's hard to, not reflect on what had happened, but I think, in order for you to win, there has to be someone who loses, and I think, that was my time of, losing and learning from that situation, and, I think I've come out on the better because of it, so, I'm grateful for, my ups and downs, and like you said, just kind of taking each start, and, a few more this year, just kind of want to finish strong.
Yeah. We were talking a little bit before this. You said you were surprised at the big response from some of your folks at the alma mater, that volunteer fan base. They really showed you up to say, hey, big job, congrats, man. What was that kind of reaction like?
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. It feels like, I left my mark on Tennessee and loved every second of being there. And, my mind left it in a better place than it was. And, it's been so fun on this side of things watching the program grow. And, I feel like I still can call that place home and connect with the coaches and, fans, and pretty special getting the shout out from them.
As we continue on with Garrett Stallings here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, what have been some of the maybe drills or changes that you've been working on in some of your bullpens with Josh Conway lately? Is there anything that you might give us even a slight behind-the-scenes look into?
Yeah, I won't give you all the details,
not the secret
but,
sauce, but
it's probably not as much as, most people would think. I think it's, slight things with my posture, a lot of this game's mental, though, too. So I think it's just getting back to being confident and, I'm here for a reason, and I'm going to go out there and showcase, the best of my ability every time I can. And, it's just been awesome to be able to continue to build from start to start. Even these last 2 or 3 starts, I feel like my stuff's gotten sharper and sharper and throwing to better locations. And, that's just something I'm always trying to fine-tune certain things. Not too much, but I think it's been working, and want to continue to grow with, the development people here. And it's been a fun ride.
Bullpen's still been putting up some great numbers as well. So how do you normally confer with them in the dugout? Do you guys converse a lot? Obviously, you aren't necessarily too close to each other during the game, but maybe when they come back out and a guy like Loprich is going out for a 2nd inning or Easton Lucas is going to go out for a 3rd inning.
No, I mean, it's, I'm going to let them do their game plan. Yeah, maybe if, the umpires maybe having more of a high strike zone versus a low strike zone, that might be something I share. But, they're not getting too much in my business. I'm not getting too much in theirs. But you are right. We've had an incredible bullpen lately, and it's been really fun just watching them build off of each other. I think that's you see one guy have success, and he kind of hands the torch to the next guy. And, I think there's a reason that, the offense, the pitching, the defense, everything's been pretty sharp lately, and I think that's the reason we're having so much success.
What's the next goal for you? Is it just, like I had said before, improve on each start?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know I've been really thrilled, going deep into a lot of these games lately, going out to the 6th. It's something that, I've always kind of prided myself on is, being conditioned, being strong enough to be able to be as strong in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning as, 1st or 2nd. So, honestly, I've been healthy most of the year. Just want to continue to finish the year healthy and on top, and just continue to prove what I can.
And then as we continue on with Garrett Stallings here on the pregame show, big news coming into this week, Ryan Watson and Drew Rom both getting the call up to AAA. What was kind of your reaction like celebrating with those guys as they got the news?
Yeah, I was super excited for them. This is, I think, a rare organization where most of the guys are very thrilled when, guys are getting promoted, opens more spots, brings guys from lower levels up, get new opportunities. So I was thrilled for the both of them. They've been guys that, I've leaned on all year and continue to watch, and super proud of Ryan Watson, the growth he's gone through, and, he's just been a straight line across the board. And, Drew Rom's been pretty sharp. His fastball's getting, increasing velo. He throws like 8 pitches. He's, he's always going uncomfortable against the opposing lineup. So, again, thrilled. I hope to be pitching with those guys for a long, long time. So really happy for him.
Any new shows you've been watching on that long road trip leading into this long homestand?
I did just finish that show, The Terminal List, which was pretty cool, but I haven't picked anything else new since that. But
it takes effort to start.
I don't know. Usually, if you got any ideas, throw them my way.
Well, if you've got HBO Max, Westworld has been my show to go to. They just finished season 4, but we can talk about that later. Garrett, thank you so much for the time.
No problem. Thank you.
That's Garrett Stallings here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Well, we are really entering the final stretch of this 2022 campaign. Great to be with you here tonight. My name is Adam Pohl. Of course, Matt Sabanas to my right as we are getting ready for first pitch, the Baysox and the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Well, even though Bowie had a devastating defeat last night, they are still right there, tied for first place in the Southwest Division with Erie with a record of 36-23. Altoona, though, is making a run right now. The Curve have won 4 in a row. The Pirates affiliate, remember, they got a big Sunday afternoon win 2 weeks ago here in Bowie to kind of stay right in the rearview mirror of the Baysox. And Erie and the Altoona Curve are only 3.5 games out of first place. Akron is only 4 back as well, although Akron had a tough one last night, and altogether the Rubber Ducks still, though, do play Bowie. Of course, Bowie going to Akron in the final week of the year. So here is where we are. The Baysox have 10 games remaining. Now, even though right now, if you look at the standings online, Bowie is above Erie, that's only due to alphabetical order. Erie would win the tiebreaker. Matt spoke to that earlier. So therefore, the Baysox, if they finish right here, it would not be enough. And, of course, they are working hard to best the Seawolves when it's all said and done and play in the upcoming Eastern League playoffs. Now, if that were to happen, their opponent would be this Richmond Flying Squirrels team. And one of the interesting things is a lot of times you do see young starters that really haven't had much time at a level starting postseason games. We saw Keaton win in the opener for Richmond. He allowed 2 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings. He has only been up for a handful of starts. And once again tonight, it will be Landon Roop, who is 10-3 with a 2.51 ERA over the course of 3 different levels this year. He's won 2 games in a row as a starter in this Eastern League, and tonight is only his 4th Double-A start. But I'm telling you, if the Baysox make it to the best of 3 series, it would not be a surprise if we are sitting here just a few weeks from now watching pitchers like Keaton win and also Landon Roop on the hill for Richmond with the season on the line. Of course, we hope that is against Bowie. The Baysox are in their alternate orange tops. They have taken the field. We're going to take a quick break. We're back with starting lineups in tonight's first pitch right after this on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the Double-A affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's Game 3 of this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. Thank you so much for stopping by. Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Garrett Stallings warms at the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Flying Squirrels that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, you've got Shane Matheny, followed by Tyler Fitzgerald at second base, batting second. Diego Rincones is the designated hitter, batting third, while Will Wilson is the shortstop, cleaning up. Brandon Martirano is the catcher, batting fifth. Tristan Peters in left field, bats sixth. Carter Aldretti at third base, bats seventh. Riley Mahon at first base, bats eighth. And Jacob Hayward rounds out the starting lineup in right field. He'll bat ninth. Richmond is the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. They're managed by Dennis Pelfrey, assisted by Paul Esguerra, Danny Santon, and Gary Davenport. Chris Walsh is the athletic trainer. Richmond is 61-66 on the season, 21-37 in the second half, and again their lineup features Matheny, Fitzgerald, Rincones, Wilson, Martirano, Peters, Aldretti, Mahon, Hayward, all to face off against Garrett Stallings on the mound. Prince George's Stadium here in Bowie, 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center with very little wind this evening. A bit of sun is streaking across in right field, but mostly shade on the infield and about halfway across center field. Left-hander Matheny digging in, a .254 average and an .809 OPS this season in 85 games. As Stallings holds, agrees with the sign, kicks and fires the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside, and we're underway at 6:37 p.m. on a 74-degree, partly cloudy day here at Prince George's Stadium. Well, it's cleared up mostly. I'll say it's mostly sunny. Next pitch is fouled off to the right side. It's 1-1. It was partly cloudy, more so a little bit around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, but we're just glad to have much clearer skies than we had the last 2 days in this series. Matheny with 12 doubles and a triple, 12 home runs this season. The 1-1 pitch, called a strike, good off speed to hit the outside edge of the zone, and it's 1-2. 47 runs driven in this season for Matheny. He's led off all 3 games in this series. As they've got a light shift on, the 1-2 pitch as a curveball misses up and away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowie is coming off of back-to-back losses in this series, 3 consecutive losses for the Baysox. Last night was one of the toughest they've had all season. The 2-2, swinging a piece, rolled over foul to the right side as he had to reach far outside of that slider, and it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowie had a 5-3 lead going into the 9th inning in last night's game before Richmond used a combination of 3 hits, 2 errors, and a 2-run home run. The 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. Stallings starts his day with a strikeout of Matheny on a 2-2 pitch. Nice breaking ball down low. We'll tell you about the rest of the defense for Bowie. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Davis Tavares, Hudson Haskin, and Zach Watson. Kobe Mayo is at third base. Daryl Hernaiz is the shortstop. Connor Norby at second. Andrew Dashbach at first. Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Garrett Stallings on the mound. Tyler Fitzgerald steps in, first pitch home, and he lines it out deep to left and down for a base hit. Over the leaping glove of Tavares, and for Hernaiz as well, as Fitzgerald singles. He's got hits in 5 consecutive games now, as they had a pretty hard shift on for that one. So now Diego Rincones with a runner at first, 1 away. .254 average for Rincones, a .673 OPS in 83 games. 11 doubles and no triples, 8 homers, 38 runs batted in. Again, a hard shift on. Mayo close to the bag. Hernaiz deep in the hole over at short. As the first pitch into the right-hander is lifted on a line the other way. Out toward right center field for a base hit. And this will allow the runner to move to third. It's picked in center by Hudson Haskin and sent back to the infield. First pitch swinging on back-to-back batters, and Richmond collects 2 singles out of it. Rincones is aboard. And now they're at the corners, still with only 1 out. Stallings needs to be careful here, as Will Wilson will step in. The first inning has been one of the most dangerous for Stallings this year. The second inning has been his worst inning all year. Trailed closely by the third and the first. They've all been pretty much neck and neck, but the second just leads them all. Wilson batting .245, a .789 OPS in 42 games, but he's played Bowie well this season. First pitch, and he hacks at it, but a fastball up and in gets by. 0-1 to start. 6 doubles and no triples for Wilson, 8 homers, 21 runs batted in. First and third, still only 1 out here in a scoreless top of the first, as Bowie is trying to break out of this 3-game skid. 0-1 pitch from Stallings, and a slider misses down and away. It's 1-1. Garrett Stallings, a 6'2", 200-pound, 24-year-old right-hander from Chesapeake, Virginia, traded over from the Los Angeles Angels in 2020. It was the Jose Iglesias deal. On the season with Bowie, he's 5-10 with a 6.44 ERA. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and ticked, hit off of the catcher's glove, and falls onto home plate to run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. 107 2/3 innings for Stallings this season. He leads the team in total innings pitched. He's 9th in the Eastern League in that category. He struck out 109 batters and walked only 26, but he's also given up 26 home runs. That's tied for the franchise record in a single season by an individual pitcher, and that also leads the Eastern League. 1st and 3rd with 1 away here in the top of the 1st inning. A ball and 2 strikes on Wilson. Next pitch in. And Wilson watches it miss low. Slider under the knees, it's 2-2. Stallings is coming off of a quality start against Erie. He took a no decision in that contest as he left with the game tied at 3, but 6 innings of 3-run ball, 6 hits, no walks, only 2 strikeouts. He did allow a home run. Stallings has allowed 1 home run in each of his last 4 starts as the 2-2 is called strike 3. Got him with a slider on the upper outside corner, and Stallings logs his 2nd strikeout. Comes at a critical time here with runners at the corners. Now 2 away, here's Brandon Martirano. Your umpiring crew for today's game. Louis Krupa is the crew chief. He's over at 3rd base. Tyler Whitty is at 1st, and Gabe Alfonso calls the balls and strikes behind home plate. Martirano, .223 average, a .713 OPS in 86 games played this season. As the first pitch in from Stallings is swung on and missed. Richmond going after the first pitch on the last 4 plate appearances, not the first. Matheny held off on a high fastball, should clarify, but it's 0-1 to start on that low change. Yeah, Stallings took the no decision against Erie, partly because of a go-ahead home run in the 8th inning by Dane Myers. Bowie lost 4-3. The 0-1 pitch to Martirano misses low. Slider under the knees, and the count runs even into ball and a strike. But Stallings has been on a relatively fine run here in September. It's his 2nd start. His August was a bit mixed. Next pitch, slider outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. He was the Orioles minor league pitcher of the month in July, of course, thanks to his 1.46 ERA in 5 appearances. But 5 starts in August saw him go 1-2 with a 4.67 ERA. That was much of the difference. He did have one really tough start, and that was his 2nd dance with Somerset when he had to face a team twice in 1 week. Sometimes that Sunday starter can get burned, and Stallings did with 6 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings. 2-1 pitch here, and Martirano pops it up. On the infield right side, Dashbach needs to navigate between the sun and the shade, and just leaning into foul territory, he makes the catch. A pair of 1-out singles on the first pitch looked to cause potential danger, but Stallings works through it. Bottom of the 1st coming up. Richmond nothing. Bowie set to bat. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, Garrett Stallings held the Flying Squirrels scoreless in the top of the 1st, so as we move to the bottom of the frame, maybe the Bowie Baysox offense can back him up a little bit. As Landon Roop warms on the mound for the Flying Squirrels, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Kobe Mayo at 3rd base, batting 2nd. Hudson Haskett in center field bats 3rd. Daryl Hernandez at shortstop cleans up. Zach Watson in right field bats 5th. Andrew Dashbach at first base 6th. Maverick Hanley is the catcher batting 7th. Chris Given at DH bats 8th. And Davis Tavares is in left field batting 9th. Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen, video coordinator, Lindsey Birchfield, and Blake Wooten, athletic trainers. Bowie is 63-65 on the season, 36-23 in the second half. And again, their lineup features Norby, Mayo, Haskin, Hernais, Watson, Dashbach, Handley, Given, Tavares, all to face off against Roop on the mound. No left-handers in the lineup for Bowie, all right-handers. If there were no right-handers in the lineup, that'd be a huge story. As the first pitch into Norby is called a strike. Fastball, maybe a little bit generous under the knees, and it's 0-1 to start. 292 average for Norby, a 945 OPS in 54 games, as the next pitch is bounced up the middle and through the gap for a base hit. Hits off of the lip into the grass, and Norby will start with a single. A leadoff knock for Norby. He's got hits in 4 of his last 5 games for Bowie. It's Norby's first game back in the leadoff role since August 18th, so nearly a full month. And when he shifted down into the 2 and 3 slots, his numbers exploded. He's been batting about .350 since, so it's good to see that it wasn't much to do with the lineup slot overall, but just needing that one little refresher, and Norby can hopefully run with it. As Kobe Mayo steps in, 269 average, a 770 OPS. First pitch, and Mayo watches slider miss down and away. 1-0 to start. 25 games for Mayo, 3 doubles, no triples, 4 home runs, including a massive solo home run last night. 13 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Mayo holds back on a slider. Flinched just a little bit, and the pitch came in a tad low and runs it to 2 balls and no strikes. Mayo has been having a good series, however. He went 1 for 3 yesterday, 1 for 4 rather, but drove in 2 runs, including the home run. 1 for 4 the day before, but had an RBI and a walk. Here's a pickoff throw back to first, but the tag not applied. It's a little bit to the other side there of the first baseman, Mahon. And we'll wait on the 2-0 pitch to Kobe Mayo. As we're scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning, Connor Norby leading off with a single as the Baysox try to jump ahead early, the 2-0. And on the hitter's count, Mayo gets a piece. When it goes right back to the catcher, rolls slightly away. And the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowie has not scored in the first inning in a while. I believe the last time that they actually pull it off was when Connor Norby picked up one of his first inning home runs. He still leads the league in that category, yeah. As the next offering is swung on and missed low, it's 2-2 on Mayo. Yeah, Bowie hasn't scored in the first inning in a week. September 1st was the last time. That was the 3-2 loss to Erie. Connor Norby had a first inning home run. He's got 6 home runs in the first inning this season, Connor Norby. That's already tied for the most in the Eastern League, despite the fact that he's played in fewer than half the games. Here's another pickoff throw, but not even a slide back, so there's no tag. Not too fluid of a move out of the gate so far for Landon Roop on the mound. You can see it in his feet before he throws the ball. 2-2 pitch, and Norby takes off. Mayo swings and misses. It's a half-hearted throw to second, and Norby is in safely. Martirano didn't even really move any part of his body except for the arm. Norby swipes his 9th bag of the season, moves into scoring position, but Mayo strikes out swinging. Let's tell you about the Richmond defense. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Tristan Peters, Shane Matheny, Jacob Hayward. Carter Aldretti is at third. Will Wilson is the shortstop. Tyler Fitzgerald at second. Riley Mayon at first. And Brandon Martirano catches behind the plate for Landon Roop on the mound. Battery mates will have a quick chat with runner now in scoring position to confirm the signs. But something I brought up plenty when Bowie and Richmond have played a ton this season. They've already appeared in 19 games against each other. Is that Bowie should be attempting more steals against Brandon Martirano. That was the 65th stolen base he had allowed this season. He'd only caught 17 runners. And Connor Norby gets it going here in the first inning. First pitch to Hudson Haskin. Misses low, a fastball at 94. And it's 1-0 to start. 265 average for Haskin with an 817 OPS in 103 games. 22 doubles and 3 triples, 14 home runs, 54 runs batted in. As Roop sends in the 1-0 and Haskin watches slider miss down. 2 balls and no strikes. Runner at second, 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game. Landon Roop, a 6'2", 205-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. 12th round selection in the 2021 draft from UNC Wilmington. The 2-0 pitch, and another slider. Haskin thought about it, but pulled off as it moved low and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Fourth Double-A start for Landon Roop. He's 2-1 with a 3.94 ERA in 16 innings. He struck out 23 batters and walked only 4. He's allowed 2 home runs. The 3-0 pitch, and Haskin watches outside. A 4-pitch walk to put runners at first and second. Only the 5th one given up by Roop. Now, Roop's a 3-level pitcher this season. He spent the entire first half of the season with Low-A San Jose. That's out in the California League. And he did fine. Deserved his promotion up to High A, a 5-2 record, a 2.59 ERA. But it was mostly in long relief roles. He only made 2 starts with San Jose. But then when he moved up to High A Eugene in the Northwest League, he was a full-time starter. 7 starts, 3-0, with a 1.67 ERA. First pitch to Daryl Hernaiz is a fastball called for strike on the inside edge, 0-1. Only a 139 average for Hernaiz so far this year with a 357 OPS. Still just 8 games in Double-A, though. No doubles or triples, 1 homer, 6 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Hernaiz watches fastball called for strike at the knees. It's 0-2. Of his 8 games, Hernaiz had spent all of them leading off the lineup for Bowie. But as he'd been having a little bit of a tough time getting on base right now, you want to get him a little bit lower in the lineup, and maybe he can produce with runners already on. The 0-2, and Hernaiz swings and misses. Slider down and away. He's down on 3 pitches, though. Second strikeout for Landon Roop, and now with 2 away, here comes Zach Watson. Bowie is in their alternate orange jerseys today. Black block Bowie on the front side. White pants, white cap. Richmond in their alternate blacks with the white R logo on the left breast. Gray pants and a red cap. Zach Watson batting, a 185 average and a 556 OPS in 85 games. 10 doubles, 2 triples, 8 homers, 28 runs batted in. First pitch. And Watson thought about a slider. He checked and he went. First base umpire is the one to make the call on appeal, and it's 0-1 to start. 8 homers for Watson, including 1 yesterday. He had a 2-for-4 day with a homer and 2 runs scored. Bowie had 4 home runs in yesterday's game and still lost by 2. All 4 homers were solo blasts. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Watson swings and misses. Fastball low, it's 0-2. Well, the continuing trend for the Baysox this season, they're the best team in the Eastern League at getting the first batter of an inning on base. And they lead the Eastern League in runners left on base. They lead the Eastern League in runners left in scoring position. And after Connor Orby led off this inning with a single, he's still stuck at second base. As Roop comes set. The 0-2 pitch, and Watson holds back on a breaking ball in the dirt, down and away. They appealed on it quickly, but he held up, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Well, the sun has mostly found its way behind the tree lines and all through the parking lots here at Prince George's Stadium, so we don't have much sunlight left on the ballpark, but you can still see plenty of sun is gracing the tree tops and a lot of the leaves out to the right field as the 1-2 is swung on and missed high for strike 3. It bounces off the back, and the throw to first is late. As Watson sprints it up the line, he strikes out swinging but reaches on a wild pitch. The bases are loaded on what should have ended the inning, and now Andrew Dashbach will have an opportunity with new life for Bowie. Third strikeout for Landon Roop on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. The wild pitch gives the Baysox a chance as Dashbach is hitting .200 this season with a .690 OPS in 93 games. He's only 1 for 13 this year, however, with the bases loaded. He struck out 6 times. He's walked once. And he's driven in 6 total. First pitch into the right-hander, and Dashbach bounces it to third. A fair ball where it's grabbed by Aldretti and sent to the bag himself. 5 unassisted ends the inning, and a common tale for Bowie. They get runners on base, they get them into scoring position, and they can't bring them home. We go to the second, scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On to the second inning here in Bowie as the Baysox and the Squirrels are still scoreless. We missed out on another big opportunity in the first, getting a runner into scoring position with only one out. They couldn't score him. They loaded the bases thanks to a strikeout and a wild pitch and still came up with nothing. First pitch to Tristan Peters, misses up and away here as we start the second inning. It's 1-0 to start. Lefty, righty, lefty to bat with Peters, Aldretti, and then Mahon. As Stallings continues to deal after a 17-pitch first. Next pitch is a curveball, misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. .218 average for Peters this year with a .606 OPS in 26 games. 4 doubles, no triples, a homer, 15 runs batted in. He had a lot of the work yesterday. The 2-0 pitch is called a strike. Slider on the outside edge of the zone, and it's 2-1. Peters was responsible for the first 3 runs for Richmond. He had a solo home run in the second inning that made it 1-0. As the 2-1 pitch here is called a strike again. Fastball, maybe a little bit low, but it runs the count to 2-2. Peters drove in another run with a single in the 6th, and then another single in the 8th. Those were all 3 of Richmond's runs up until the 9th inning. The 2-2 pitch here bounces in, and it runs the count full. First full count for Stallings today. Opponents are hitting him at just .217 this season on full counts. He struck out 20 batters, walked 14. As the payoff in is lined out toward left field in the corner. Tavares running back, and it's a fair ball up against the wall. Peters headed to second. Here comes the throw. It's late. Leadoff double for Tristan Peters, his 5th of the season, and Richmond is instantly threatening here in the second inning. Now here's Aldretti. .214 average for him with a .616 OPS in 33 games played. 6 doubles, no triples, 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. Pretty strong shift on for the right-handed hitter. Not too much of a gap behind second base. First pitch is called a strike. Slider on the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Well, this is where things really come back to bite Bowie, even though nothing has actually come across on the scoreboard just yet. Missing out on the opportunities as the 0-1 misses down and away. It's 1-1. Losing their chances on bringing someone in scoring position home in the top of the first, like they have done many, many times this season. Changes the outlook of this inning and how serious Bowie needs to play with that runner at second base. The 1-1 here is popped up on the infield. The perfect outcome as Dashbach runs down and on the infield grass makes the catch. Still not out of the woods yet, only the first out of the inning as Riley Mahon will bat. First appearance for him against Bowie this season, only his 16th game with the Squirrels. .262 average and an .825 OPS, 2 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Scoreless game here in the top of the second. First pitch in, and Mahon swings through it. Change up low, and it's 0-1 to start. Good opener there from Stallings. Mahon pulls it over half the time, and Bowie's got a hard shift on in response to that. The shortstop, Daryl Hernaiz, is pretty much directly behind second base. That's as close as you can get within the limits of the rules. The 0-1 pitch, and a piece off of home plate. Count quickly, 0-2, as Stallings is keeping the pitches under the knees here on Mahon. We'll see if he tries to feed him a high fastball now. And a massive gap on the left side of the infield. Thanks to that runner at second base, Kobe Mayo still needs to play close enough to the bag to keep Tristan Peters honest. As Stallings comes set at the chest. Looks back the runner once, now twice. The 0-2 pitch is outside. Fastball away to try and get him to chase, but it didn't take. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now here on the left-hander. Stallings has had his troubles with left-handers this season, a .356 average against, as Richmond brings all of their left-handers into this lineup. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball low and away, and Stallings picks up his 3rd strikeout to get it against the left-hander right there. With runner at second, only 1 gone, that's a big plate appearance. So now here's Jacob Hayward. First start of this series for Hayward. He came in yesterday's game at first as a pinch runner. 195 average and a .617 OPS in 94 games. First pitch, and Hayward watches curveball called for strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1. 8 doubles and a triple for Hayward, 9 home runs with 31 runs batted in. His 9th home run of the season was the difference maker last night. A part of that 5-run 9th inning for Richmond. That really deflated Bowie. The 0-1 pitch here, and it misses down and away. Breaking ball runs the count even at a ball and a strike. If it weren't for that 2-run home run by Hayward, when Andres Angulo hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th, that would have tied the game, but instead it only made it a 2-run deficit. Bowie, of course, lost. Runner at second, 2 away here in the top of the 2nd. We're still scoreless as the 1-1 is called a strike. Fastball at the knees, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. But again, last night's loss was dually painful for the Baysox, considering the Altoona Curve had held on for an extra inning win over the Erie Seawolves. Bowie missed out on an opportunity to move into sole possession of first place, and they might not get that chance tonight as the 1-2 pitch misses outside. Count evens at 2. As more routine scoreboard updates this whole week and into the last week of the season, as Erie has pushed ahead 2-0 over Altoona in the 3rd inning. The 2-2 to Hayward. Just misses. Curveball low. 2nd full count of the inning for Stallings after he gave up the double to Tristan Peters to open the frame. Peters still at second base, however, now with 2 outs. As the infield plays relatively straight up on Hayward. Outfield, a slight step on the pull side. Payoff pitch. Hard hit ball out toward left field, but it's right at Tavares. He takes a late sprint at it and makes the catch. Leadoff double stranded at second. Good return from Stallings. And as we move to the bottom of the 2nd, we're still scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the second inning here in Bowie, as the Baysox and the Richmond Flying Squirrels are scoreless. I haven't been in Erie for 5 days, and I still get it caught, just in terms of speaking. Maverick Hanley leads off, and the first pitch to him misses inside. A fastball at 93 from Landon Roop. It's 1-0 to start. Hanley, then Chris Given and Davis Tavares will bat for the Baysox here in this half inning. Bowie loaded the bases with 2 outs in the bottom of the first and didn't score. 1-0 pitches a slider that misses wide, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Hanley hitting .228 this season with a .752 OPS in 71 games, 11 doubles and a triple as he bounces the next pitch in a high chop to short. Waiting and charging Wilson at the chin. He gloves it and fires to first. A bit low, but in time. 6-3 put out, and there's 1 away. Bowie only has 1 hit today. Connor Norby's leadoff single in the first. He got to third and was left there. As Chris Given steps in, 179 average for Given, a .681 OPS in just 9 games with Bowie. 2 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. And his first base plays a bit in on the baseline for him. First pitch is called a strike. Fastball tightens up on the outside edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Roop is coming off of back-to-back wins for Richmond. 1 against Harrisburg and 1 in Akron, as the next offering, fastball, misses away. And it's a ball and a strike now. Both times he spun a quality start. Walked only 1 batter in each. Next pitch is fouled off of Given's ankle, and he falls. Tumbles down in front of home plate. Uprights himself. I think it was more of the shock as the ball just took his own ankle out from under him. Doesn't even need to lean on the bat at all. He's upright and walking around, but the home plate umpire, of course, is going to give him a little bit of time. Kyle Moore is going to come down and check on the designated hitter today. As the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes, I think Given's going to give him a quick reassurance. Probably let him take a warm-up swing if he feels like it, but it doesn't seem that Given is going to. So he'll step back in. As we're scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning, bases empty, 1 away. The next pitch, curveball just misses inside. Looked to be a good placed pitch, but just barely missed. It's 2-2. Next offering, bounce to short again. Couple of hops where it's picked up at the knees by Wilson. And a lighter toss, more of a rainbow, gets to first base. Another 6-3 put out, 2 of them to start this inning. And now here's Davis Tavares. Roop hasn't necessarily been on a lot of the prospect list. Baseball America didn't have him listed. MLB Pipeline at least brings him up as the number 28 prospect. But his strikeout numbers this season definitely seem to at least turn some eyes, as Davis Tavares is hitting .167 with a .533 OPS. First pitch to him is a fastball, misses down and away, 1-0 to start. But again, coming into this one, Roop has 144 strikeouts this season in just 97 innings across all 3 levels he's played at AA. All right, at the Giants organization. Next pitch to Tavares misses outside. It's 2-0. Again, this is only his 4th start in AA. After starting the second half with high A and spending all of the first half with single A. 2-0 pitch, and Tavares watches a nice curveball. He buckled back on it, and it found its way completely into the zone. 2-1 here in the bottom of the second as we're scoreless. The pitch in, and Tavares swings and misses. Fastball well under the knees, and it's 2-2. Now Roop has the 4th highest strikeout per 9 inning mark. Over 13 strikeouts per 9. He fires the next, and he racks up another one. Tavares swings and misses on a low curveball. Chases on 2 pitches well out of his range. 4th strikeout for Roop. A perfect second inning. As we move to the third, we're scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Garrett Stallings is hoping for a cleaner inning. Fortunately, the game is still scoreless, but Stallings has had to dance around runners in scoring position in each of his first two frames. As he starts on his second trip through the lineup, facing Shane Matheny for the second time, we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. Yes, Stallings has had the guts of a burglar tonight. As here's Matheny, the left-handed batter, and he takes a cold strike on the outside with a cutting breaking ball, and the count is 0-1. Matheny struck out swinging his first time up. Here's the next one, and he swings through a changeup. Strike two. No score here, top of inning 3. 10 games remaining in this 2022 regular season campaign. Here it comes, and a fastball well upstairs. Ball one here to Matheny. A leadoff hitter that's got some power. He's got 12 homers on the year. One in this series. 1-2 coming. And a chopper weekly right side. Into glove is Norby. And a short throw to first in time. And Matheny retired, one down in this third inning. And now the talented Tyler Fitzgerald will stand in. So if you think about it, Stallings, there was really, I think, a trio atop the Baysox rotation along with Ryan Watson and also Drew Rahm that were kind of the linchpins of this rotation, as there's a cutter strike on the inside, and the count is 0-1. But a few weeks ago, both Rahm and Watson went up to AAA. As here's the 0-1, and a breaking ball fouled on a line to the screen, strike two. So Stallings remains. He's been with the Baysox now more than a year, a record of 5-10 overall, but he has really had a long period of pitching well over the months of July and August. 0-2 coming, and it's in the dirt, bouncing off the gear of the catcher Maverick Hanley. And the count now at 1-2 here to the right-handed hitting Fitzgerald. And this is the 21st start and 25th outing overall for Stallings. He's been very durable for the Baysox this year. He throws, and it's in the dirt again, as he went off speed once more, and it cascades back towards the backstop, and the count evens here at 2-2. There is not a Baysox starter other than Stallings that even has double-digit starts this year. 9 is the biggest number. Here's the pitch, and it's off speed and down, and a 0-2 count is now run full. 3-2 to Fitzgerald. One out, nobody on. No score. Bowie and Richmond top of the third. Richmond a winner in each of the first 2 games of the series. 3-2. And it's off the outside, ball 4. Threw him a breaking ball down, a check swing, but he did not go. And Fitzgerald's on for a second time tonight. And you're going to watch out for his speed. Fitzgerald can really run, And in fact, he set a Flying Squirrels record last week, becoming the first ever player in Richmond Flying Squirrels history as the AA affiliate of the Giants to have a 2020 season. Pitch and a swing and a miss and a breaking ball up to Diego Rincones, strike one. He's got 21 homers, and last week he got his 20th steal of the year. Richmond was a long-time Atlanta Braves AAA affiliate. Here's the pitch, and a lifted foul out of play right side. They were the Richmond Braves forever. The Diamond actually opened in 1985. They were there until 2008. The Braves moved their AAA affiliate to a suburb of Atlanta, Gwinnett County. And with that, Richmond actually did not have baseball, such a great market for minor league baseball, in the year 2009. As there's a lifted foul on a high fastball out of play and off to the right side. So the Flying Squirrels came to Richmond in 2010. They had a shortstop named Brandon Crawford and a first baseman named Brandon Belt on their first team. They missed out on Madison Bumgarner by a year. 0-2 coming. Swinging a ground ball, but foul outside first. He threw him a breaking ball away, and Rincones was able to slap it the other way on the ground, but foul. The Richmond went from being a AAA team to a AA team in this Eastern League. And now, without a 2020, this is the 12th season of Flying Squirrels baseball. And Fitzgerald at first, their first 2020 player. Pitch, swinging a broken bat roller, lightly hit to third. Mayo will glove charging on the infield grass. Low throw, and it eats up Dashbach. And he could not gather it in, and it's going to be a throwing error on Mayo. Ouch. Rincones does not run well, and you got to know that. And Mayo had time to just set his feet and throw the ball, and instead he kind of made a running, hurried throw, and he really spiked it. And now, again, Stallings will have to work out of a jam. Richmond had runners of the corners and one down in the first. They did not score. They had a leadoff double in the second, and they didn't score either. First and second for the Squirrels, one down. Here's cleanup hitter Will Wilson. Now from the stretch, Stallings readies, and now he throws. And it's off speed and fading down low, and the count 1-0. Now this is the 29th year of Bowie Baysox baseball, and there's only been one Baysox player to have a 2020 season as well. He's still in the system. Pitch. And a breaking ball fading down low, ball two. That would be 5 years ago in 2017, outfielder DJ Stewart. Of course, DJ's had a lot of big league time, but now with the AAA Norfolk Tides. What an outfield the Baysox had that year. Pitch, and it's on the outside corner with a cutter. A strike in the count, 2-1. The Baysox had Cedric Mullins. They had Austin Hayes. They had Anthony Santander. And they had DJ Stewart in the same year. 2-1 coming. And a fastball down and away, ball three. We may once say that again about this 2022 team and their infield with players like Jordan Westberg and Gunnar Henderson early, and Ortiz and Norby, Mayo, and Prieto here late. Count 3-1. And the pitch. And a little tapper near the bag at third, rolling and heading foul. Well, he went right back to that changeup. A pitch that Richmond has taken and watched fade down low many a time in this inning. That one was in the strike zone at the knees. And Wilson hit a little roller. He really just kind of topped the baseball up the third base line. And the count is now full 3-2. Wilson, a .245 hitter in 42 games. Struck out looking in the first. As they're going to throw behind the runner at second. A tag, but he's safe. Fitzgerald's fast. The Baysox faithful didn't like it, but he did look to me to get back safely. And you want to be able to take the mind of the pitcher away from the task at hand, which is handling the batter. and put a little bit of that on you as a runner. 3-2 the count. Big lead again off second. Fitzgerald. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. He threw a high fastball. And Wilson cuts right through it. What a strikeout. The fourth of the night for Stallings. And here is the catcher, Brandon Martirano. 2 on, now 2 down. And Martirano bats now in the first. There was runners to the corners. Wilson struck out for the second out. And then Martirano popped out to Dashbach at first to end the inning. As here's the pitch. And it's a beautiful slider strike. Maybe a little cutter at 87 on the outer part of the plate. That had a lot of run, though, away from the right-handed hitter in Martirano, who's got 10 homers and 41 driven in on the year. Open stands for the right-handed hitter. The righty in Stallings throws. And a swing and a miss. He went right back to the cutter. Strike 2. He's throwing the fastball in the low 90s. That pitch has a little bit of break to it. And it is at 87 miles an hour. And it is tough for these hitters to handle. The lead runner, Fitzgerald, has got great speed. He'll be off with contact. Stallings gets the sign, trying to dance out of another jab. He throws. And a check swing on a high fastball, but he did not go upon appeal, said first base umpire in Tyler Whitty. And the count now 1-2. Our home plate umpire is Gabe Alfonso tonight. The crew chief at third, Louis Krupa. Count 1-2. Baysox trying to keep this thing scoreless. Erie, by the way, is tied at 2 in the bottom of the fourth inning with Altoona. Erie is threatening. Pitch. Breaking ball, foul back to the top of the screen. So again, the Baysox and Erie are tied. Altoona is 3.5 games back. They are not going to make up the one game they lost, so they'll end up a game short. They've got 10 games left as well. And Akron is 4 out. Akron scoreless, top 4 in Harrisburg. We'll keep you adrift of what's going on as we continue on along tonight. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him looking. Oh my, he got him with a slider above the knees on the outside. And Garrett Stallings tiptoes his way out of another jam. And there were 2 men left. We head to the bottom of the third. Still no score in a big one in Bowie. The Baysox in Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
It's Connor Norby here to lead things off for the Baysox. Bottom of the third, no score. Richmond has left 5 on through 3 innings as a big breaking ball strike gets the at-bat started for Norby against this talented young right-hander, Landon Roop, who delivers. And a line foul out of play right side. And the count is 0-2. You know, it's easy to look at a team's record and say, well, you know, how are we losing to these guys, right? Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball off the outside, ball one. In the minor leagues, though, that is a tricky way to approach things. Richmond is 21-37 here in the second half as there's a looping liner dipping down into center, and Connor Norby has his second hit of the night in this new role as the leadoff hitter. And here's Kobe Mayo. Richmond had a spectacular first half. And, you know, in the minor leagues, you're always having a lot of player movement. And either your roster is getting a little bit worse or it's getting a little bit better. And right now, Richmond seems to be a team that's adding a lot of talent of late to this roster. Pitch and a fastball strike at the knees. Count is 0-1. They've had a lot of injuries, lost some players to promotions right away, right around the midway point. Yeah, it just feels like the Squirrels are restocking right now. The 0-1. And Mayo lays off a breaking ball, bending down and away. And the count 1-1. And the two players that stand out to me more than any other are these two starters. We saw Keaton win on Tuesday. He'll throw Sunday as well. He allowed 2 runs in 5 innings. And this right-hander in Roop. Pitch and a big breaking ball strike. It started up and in, and it cut down over the inside part of the plate. A curveball not bending straight down, but cutting down and away from the right-handed hitting Mayo. And the count 1-2. Norby leads off first base. And now a look over, and he's back to the bag safely. Richmond's won the first 2 games in this series. They're starting to build a little bit of momentum as they know they will be in the upcoming Eastern League playoffs. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball bends down and away again. Good take by Mayo. And the count is 2-2. And more about this right-hander Roop. You know, he was a 12th round pick in 2021, so he was actually taken in the same round as Baysox starter Justin Armbruster. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt, and it gets by the catcher Monterano. Into second and making a turn for third, but putting on the brakes is Norby. And even though it got by the catcher, Norby was running with a pitch, so that is a stolen base. You don't get too many steals when you don't have to slide. But Norby just got one, his 9th stolen base, the most for an active player on the Baysox. How about that? He's doing a little bit of it all. We were talking about Gunnar Henderson that way in the month of May. 3-2 to Mayo. Swing and a miss, a huge cut at a breaking ball that ended up over the plate. It would have been a strike had he not swung. And Mayo's helmet nearly came completely off his head with that cut. He's down on strikes a second time tonight. 5th K for Roop. And now Hudson Haskin, who had a very patient at bat, working a walk. His first trip to the plate in the first will stand in. Runner at second, 1 down, no score in the third. As here's the pitch. And a breaking ball grounded weakly to short. Wilson gloves only played at first. Oh, he airmailed it. Safe at first is Haskin. Leaping up was Mahan trying to bring it in. The first baseman. Well, that's a huge mistake. Up to third is Norby. He was able to get there with the throw or with the ground ball not having that much on it. And now runners are at the corners, and there's only 1 down. And here is Dale Hernaiz. And Hernaiz has already had some RBIs here with Bowie the pitch. And he swings and lines a base hit to right. The Baysox have the lead. Over to cut it off Hayward. Hernaiz for second. He's in there standing with a double. And it's 1-0 Bowie. Only Richmond has had so many opportunities early, and the Baysox cash in. Up to third is Haskin, and now what a big swing of the bat by Hernaiz. Maybe his biggest as a Baysox so far, you can argue, in the early going. He's actually had a few big hits. And Hernaiz, that is his 7th RBI with Bowie in what is only his 9th game. And now we're going to see the pitching coach of the Squirrels come out, and Paul Oseguera. Now, once again, Richmond has had a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs in all 3 innings, and they have yet to score. And the Baysox, they had Norby at second, 1 down. The slow grounded is short, ends up in air, putting runners at the corners. And Hernaiz, who had an at-bat in the first inning with 2 on and 1 down. And he watched 2 fastball strikes, and then he chased a breaking ball out of the zone while he was making sure not to do the same there. Now he got on the first pitch as the infield is all the way in. At the edge of the grass, here's Zach Watson. And now the pitch, and a breaking ball bending off the outside, ball 1. A run is in, runners at second and third, and 1 down. Watson starting to get it going offensively. He's 4 for 9 in this series. As Roop's ready, and here's the pitch. Swing and a liner to left. Peterson, he'll make the catch. Haskin will tag for the plate, a throw, a slide, and safe at the plate is Haskin. And the Baysox have a 2-0 lead. Haskin went into a foot-first slide, and from here it looked like he slid too early. And it was a long slide. Martirano caught a very good throw from Peters, the left fielder. But Haskin just didn't get under the tag. Hernaiz at second, still 2 down. Here's Andrew Dashbach. 2-0, the Baysox leading in the third. They play Dashbach to pull. Fitzgerald at second up the middle, as there's a lifted foul out of play right side. Off a fastball. He was a bit late to it, strike 1. Dashbach, he's a dangerous hitter. He had an OPS above 800 in both High A Aberdeen and here in Bowie a year ago. And he's having a good series. 0-1 pitch, and a breaking ball inside. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Dashbach has 3 hits in 8 trips in the series. He's got a double and a home run. The next one. And a breaking ball a little bit low. Looked like it cut over the plate, but it was just down. And the count is now 2-1. Oh boy, does Roop like to go to that sweeping breaking ball in the high 70s, bending down and away for these right-handed hitters. Here's the 2-1. Fastball off the outside. It was close at 93 miles an hour. That's 2 pretty close pitches that went Bowie's way. And the count 3-1. First base is open here. You've got a right-handed hitter on deck in Hanley. The pitch and a breaking ball misses down and away, ball 4. So Roop did not give in, meaning he didn't just kind of feed him a fastball with a 3-1 pitch. And now Maverick Hanley will step to the plate, and boy, it's great to see Maverick back healthy and in the lineup. It was a little bit more than 2 weeks ago, 16 days ago, that Maverick got hit in the mass squarely with a foul, and it kept him out for a while. In fact, this is only his 3rd game returning. Yes, here's the pitch. And he swings and chops it towards the middle. Over Wilson gloves the shortstop. And he flips to Fitzgerald at second in time. Ahead of Dashbach to get the out and end the inning. But the Baysox get 2 runs, only 1 of which earned in that third. We head to the 4th, 2-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Welcome back here to Prince George's Stadium. It's a big night for the Baysox. Frankly, they're all big here. The final home week of the regular season. Final home game Sunday afternoon for the Baysox at home. Then they go on the road next week, Tuesday through Sunday, to end the regular season in Akron and try to get to the playoffs. Here is Tristan Peters, and Stallings misses away with a fastball, ball one. Peters is a tough hitter, left-handed batter. Doubled his first time up. Down the line in left, the pitch. And he takes a strike on the outer half here with a cutter. Peters has driven in 6 runs in his last 4 games. He's really looking for a bounce-back month of sorts. Pitch. And he taps one, a chopper right side. Charging to glove Norby at second. On to first in time. Peters retired, 1 down. And now Carter Aldretti will come to the plate. Talk about a family in the game of baseball. Carter's father, Rich, was a minor league ball player. His uncle Mike had a long big league career, 10 years in fact, and he made his major league debut with the San Francisco Giants. As there's a strike at the knees, a cutter at 87, count 0-1. Played 3 years, did Mike Aldretti with the Giants. As there's a ground ball base hit right up the middle. Well, they were playing him to pull. Hernandez was deep in the hole and short, and that ball just went to the left of the second base bag. So Aldretti with a 1-out single. And now Riley Mahan will come to the plate, getting his first start of this series. 2-0 Bowie, 1-on-1 down. Mike Aldretti actually just missed playing for a very memorable Giants team. As here's the pitch. And a beautiful changeup cut out of miss, strike 1. He was with the Giants from 1986 to 1988. And if you're a longtime baseball fan, you may remember what the Giants did in '89. They went to the World Series. A famous World Series for something that wasn't even baseball related. As there's a strike on the outer half. Count is now 0-2. We'll give you a moment to think about it. It was the Bay Area World Series, the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's. A's were in their run of 3 straight AL pennants in a row. Pitch, change up, missing down low for ball 1. And as they were going on air, with what I believe was, I can't remember if it was game 1 or not, but it was a game that was in San Francisco. The Bay Area got hit by an enormous earthquake. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He caught him. Beat him at 88 miles an hour away for the second out of the inning. 6 strikeout and only 3 2/3 innings for Stallings. That's 6 of 11 outs. Yeah, there's 2 down. Runner at first. Here is Jacob Hayward. That was the one World Series the A's won. They were upset in 5 games by the Dodgers dramatically in '88. As there's a lifted foul straight back out of play, strike 1. And then one of the maybe almost forgotten great upsets in the World Series when the Cincinnati Reds, players like Eric Davis and Chris Sable, swept the heavily favored Oakland A's in 4 games in the 1990 World Series. 0-1. And it's in there at the knees. Strike 2 with a fastball. Andretti is at first, 2 down. Stallings trying to work an inning in which the heart rate does not get elevated. He sets. And now the 0-2 pitch. And it's just a bit low with a breaking ball. A slider, ball 1. Last inning, Richmond had a walk and then a throwing error on Mayo that set the table. 2 men on, 1 man down. Stallings got out of it again. 3 jams, and he did it every time as he misses inside on a pitch that nearly hit Hayward. In fact, in a way, Hayward may have, that was hard for me to tell if he was kind of lifting up to get away or in a way saying, hey, this pitch isn't even 80 miles an hour. I might not be too upset if it grazes me. The count 2-2 as Stallings comes home. Swinging a ground ball past the mound. At second, Norby gloves a tough hop near the bag at second. He steps on the bag himself, and with that, the inning is over. 4 scoreless innings for Garrett Stallings in a big spot for Bowie. On to the last of the 4th, the Baysox have a 2-0 lead on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
Well, we welcome you back here to Bowie as Chris Given bats. First pitch, and it misses down and away, ball 1. It's a 2-0 Baysox lead, the next one, and it's well off the outside, ball 2. This is 8, 9, and 1 in the Baysox order here in this bottom of the 4th. Rube, the right-hander, back to work. He's into the wind, and he delivers. And a beautiful breaking ball. Ooh, boy, just did miss low. That's a good take by Given, ball 3. Given the Xavier product pitch, and it's on the outside corner at the knees. You don't think of Xavier for baseball that much, do you? But he's the 3rd Xavier player to play for the Baysox in the last few years as he swings through a fastball, and the count runs full. Ryland Bannon, an outstanding 3rd baseman that is not still in the Orioles system. And then Zach Lowther, who had such a great 2019 season, the left-handed starter as well, former 2nd rounder of the Orioles, has a 3-2 pitch, and it's just off the outside, ball 4 with a fastball. Boy, the catcher Martirano popped out of the crouch, and he was going to throw it around the diamond. They thought they had strike 3 there, and he missed. They just did not get the call. And Bowie's got the leadoff man on. And here's one of the newcomers for the Baysox, left fielder Davis Tavares. 1 for 4 last night. He struck out his first time up tonight. As here's the pitch. And a breaking ball. Ooh, just a little bit up and away. Ball 1. This for Tavares is only his 8th game with the Baysox. He still really is getting his feet wet here with Bowie. Pitch, breaking ball, big swing and a miss. Count 1-1. That is a curveball. You don't see a slider at 77 miles an hour. It is so rare to see a pitcher throw this many curves in a game. We've seen a bevy of them, and he threw yet another right there. And a swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. And Tavares is way out in front. You always hear broadcasters say a slow curve and a hard slider, but never a slow slider and a hard curve, right? As now the 1-2. Breaking ball, chopped to short. Wilson's going to glove the flip for one. The turn in time for two. It's a double play. 6-4-3. And he didn't throw a pitch at even 80 miles an hour in that at-bat. And he got Tavares out on the front foot. And there's now two down, and this is where you want to face Connor Norby, the outstanding Baysox second baseman, who's 2 for 2 tonight and tied for the Orioles' organizational lead with 23 homers. The pitch, and a hard ground ball right towards the middle. Playing him there, Fitzgerald. And near the second base bag, the Richmond second baseman gloves in, throws him out, and the inning is over. So a quick inning for Bowie. We're on to the fifth. It's 2-0 the Baysox in front on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
While the Baysox have a 2-0 lead as we head to the top of the fifth inning. And now with the call of this fifth, here's Matt Sabates.
Well, Garrett Stallings is back to work. He's already 76 pitches deep, but still working scoreless. He's just hoping for his first perfect inning. First pitch here is a called strike to Shane Matheny, a curveball on the outside edge of the zone. It's 0-1 to start. Matheny 0 for 2. After him, it'll be Tyler Fitzgerald and Diego Rincones, the first three in the lineup for Richmond. Next pitch, and Matheny smacks it out to deep left field. This one's probably gone, out toward the corner, and there it goes. Foul! At the last moment, it just sliced away from the foul pole. Very close to Matheny's 13th home run of the season, but it had the distance, just didn't have the right pull. Second strike as it goes to 0-2 on Matheny. Hopefully that puts a bit of a jolt into Stallings, as that was at least a well enough struck ball here at this ballpark that would have gotten Richmond a run closer. As Bowie leads 2-0 here in the fifth, they want to do what they were unable to do yesterday, and that's build ground. Make it to where one quick run wouldn't make it a one-run game. The 0-2 pitch misses low, off speed, a change, runs it to a ball and 2 strikes now. As a mild shift on for Matheny here, the left-hander struck out swinging in the first inning. He grounded out to the second baseman back in the third, as the 1-2 pitch home is just under the knees. Change up from Stallings, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is what's leading into the longer day for Stallings as well, as he's already up to 80 pitches. He's been unable to put batters down on 0-2 pitches quickly. 2-2 here, misses down and away, and it runs full. He's running into too many full counts as well. Want to avoid letting Matheny reach here after working him ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. Stallings needs to serve up something strong. Maybe a slider. The 3-2 is down low. Change up for ball 4. Stallings had him ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And walks Shane Matheny to open the 5th inning. Second walk of the game given up by Stallings. And now that brings a tying run to the plate in Tyler Fitzgerald. A 1-for-1 day for Fitzgerald. He singled to left field back in the 1st inning. Walked himself in the 3rd. And got to, well, he's been to scoring position twice. Has not come around to score. Stallings has done a good enough job at stranding the runners, despite letting so many of them on. First pitch, and Fitzgerald laces it out to the left field corner. This one's a fair ball. Into the corner where it's picked up by Tavares. The stop sign held up for Matheny, who goes to 3rd, but it's a double for Tyler Fitzgerald, and all of a sudden, tying run is in scoring position with no one out here in the 5th. Bowie does not have anyone warming in the bullpen, despite the fact that Garrett Stallings entered this inning with 76 pitches thrown. Fitzgerald picks up his 18th double of the season, and he's got to walk an even tighter line. It's not been an easy day for Stallings. He's pitched valiantly throughout everything that he's been dealt. Had a leadoff runner in scoring position in the 2nd inning after Tristan Peters doubled. He had 2 runners on base in the 3rd after a walk and an error. Corner infielders play in, middle infielders play back as Diego Rincones bats. First pitch, and he fouls it off back to the screen. Now the entire infield comes in. They took a couple of steps in at the last moment, and it's 0-1 to start. Rincones is 1 for 2, though. Singled to right field in the 1st inning. Reached on an error in the 3rd as Bowie leads 2-0 here in the 5th. As the 0-1 pitch. This is low, and it's a ball and a strike. Baysox have Noah Denoyer warming in the bullpen for them right now. As Stallings is in some pretty serious danger right now. If he's unable to escape this inning unscathed. The 1-1, and Rincones bounces it slowly to short, scooped by Hernaiz, and he tosses slowly to 1st. Gets the runner as the runners stay put. Shane Matheny probably could have had a clear path home, but he elected not to go, even on the weak contact up the middle. Rincones is retired 6-3. Richmond decided that they've still got an opportunity, at least for a sacrifice fly. They don't want to run themselves into a play at the plate. So now 1 away. Here's Will Wilson. An 0 for 2 day for Wilson with 2 strikeouts. First pitch in. And he bounces it off of home plate and himself. Hit around the waist, and it's 0-1 to start. So Denoyer getting loose, we'll have to see if Stallings stays out for Brandon Martirano following Wilson. Simply based on pitch count, Stallings will probably be at 90 pitches before Martirano steps to the plate. Here's the 0-1 offering, and he hammers it foul out to the right side near the kids' park. Hits off of the tent awning of the birthday patio, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Stallings has not thrown 90 pitches since August 21st, when he fired 4 1/3 innings. A long day against Somerset. Saw him throw a career-high 94 pitches. 0-2 here, and it misses outside. Slider couldn't get him to chase, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. But much like Shane Matheny, who opened the inning, Stallings worked ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. He needs to get that put-down pitch. Maybe the high fastball. Haven't seen much of that on 0-2 or even 1-2. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away. The next pitch is outside. Change up runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Bowie leads 2-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Richmond has tying run at second base. Still only 1 out. Stallings needs the strikeout now. As he fires, and it's inside. Curveball. Second batter this inning that he started ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and run it full. It's an almost can't win situation against Wilson here. You need to fire the off speed and try and maybe get it low. But if Wilson lays off, he can walk to 1st. The payoff pitch, and it's high for ball 4. Second batter in the inning that Stallings started ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and he walks. Third walk of the game, and it loads the bases for Brandon Martirano. Let's see if Stallings stays in. Normally, for guys like Noah Denoyer, Bowie does not like to make the pitching change in the middle of an inning. They like to do it for a fresh inning. And surprisingly, athletic trainer Blake Wooten is going to come out. He's just delivering a towel. So Stallings is wiping a little bit of sweat off of his arms and his face as Martirano will bat. He's been a devastating batter with the bases loaded this season. 3 for 9 with a grand slam and 14 RBI with the bases loaded. That's the most on the team by far. He struck out 5 times, walked twice. And the way that Stallings has been dancing around the put-down pitch here in this half inning, it might have to be something in terms of contact to get Martirano out. But remember, there's still also only 1 out. That was a big missed opportunity against Will Wilson for Stallings. Bases loaded, 1 away. First pitch, and Martirano watches curveball miss inside. That's 5 consecutive pitches out of the zone for Stallings. It's 1-0 to start. 0 for 2 day for Martirano. He popped out to first in foul territory in the first, struck out looking back in the third. As the 1-0 pitch is down and away, 6 consecutive out of the zone for Stallings. Bowie's never gone with double barrel action warming in the bullpen this season, but I feel like this inning might have been a good time to try it. Get someone up just to finish out the inning, considering Stallings' pitch count entering. The 2-0. Call a strike. Finally gets a changeup on the inside edge, and it's 2-1. But Bowie had options. They could have gone with a couple of different pitchers. Tyler Birch maybe for at least this inning. Adam Stauffer maybe, even Jake Prezina. The 2-1 pitch, swing a line drive, left field base hit. This is going to tie the game. Matheny scores, Fitzgerald scores. Richmond's going to take the lead as Wilson comes all the way home to score from first. The throw home is late. Bases clearing double for Brandon Martirano, and Richmond leads 3-2. Martirano now has 17 RBI with the bases loaded this season. 44 RBI on the season. And here's Tristan Peters with runner at third as Martirano moved to third on the throw. And Stallings is done. Denoyer comes in. We'll tell you about it in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, On the Green Inc. is a proud sponsor of the Baysox and is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs with guaranteed results for residential and commercial lawns. Mention this ad and receive a discount on your first lawn care or pest control service. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Inc. Visit our website at onthegreeninc.com or call 410-695-0444. Let's go Baysox and On the Green Inc., your lawn care team.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, the Baysox have blown another lead after taking a 2-run advantage into the top of the 9th inning last night and losing 8-6. They had a 2-run lead here into the top of the 5th tonight, and they are now trailing 3-2. As Garrett Stallings departs, he's in line for a loss. He's still got a runner left on the table with Brandon Martirano at third. Stallings went 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 6 total hits, and at the moment, 3 runs. All of them have been earned. It could jump up to 4. He struck out 6 batters, but walked 3, did not allow any home runs. But Stallings in line for the loss as Noah Denoyer comes in for Bowie. Role that he's familiar with as a reliever, but not necessarily as a reliever entering in the middle of an inning, which is why it was a tad confusing for Bowie not to have a different reliever warming up when Stallings entered the frame Had already 76 pitches. He'd been dancing around base runners all evening. Did not have a 1-2-3 inning all night. And he allowed 4 of the first 5 he's faced here in the 5th to reach safely. 2 different batters. He started ahead, no balls and 2 strikes, and eventually walked. So now here's Tristan Peters with a runner at third, still only 1 out. Peters 1 for 2 with a double in the 2nd inning. The infield will play in. First pitch in from Denoyer, and it's swung on and missed. Breaking ball down, and it's 0-1 to start. Noah Denoyer, 6'5", 225-pound right-hander from Tracy, California. Minor league free agent, signed in 2019. Went to San Joaquin Delta College. Fires the 0-1, and it swung on and missed down. 0-2 on Peters. 13 appearances for Denoyer this season. 0-2 on the year with a 2.44 ERA. 48 innings of work as he split time between starting and long relief roles. 64 strikeouts, 11 walks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good sinker down low for Denoyer to quickly rack back into it. He starts his day with a strikeout, 7th overall for Baysox pitching. And now here comes Carter Aldrete. I talked about the gravity of that 9th inning last night and how in terms of Bowie and their chances at the playoffs, that could be the worst inning for the Baysox all season. First pitch to Aldrete misses down, and it's 1-0. And as we play some scoreboard watching, it only compounds the devastation of that inning. The Erie Seawolves lead Altoona 7-2 as they're in the 6th inning up at UPMC Park. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed high, and it's 1-1 on Aldrete, who's 1 for 2 with a single today. As Bowie now trails 3-2, entered the 5th inning, leading 2-0. Felt that this was coming with how much contact Richmond had been making, the 1-1. This is down and away a slider, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So it's on Bowie now to try and get back against Landon Roop, who has been walking a handful of batters, and he's only given up 3 hits. 2 of them have been to Connor Norby. 1-1, swing and a miss, curveball in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes, not 1-1. Counts 2-2. Mild shift on for the right-hander as Denoyer fires the 2-2, and it's fouled off to the right side. Count stays. We're looking on these final 9 games of the regular season following this evening. Bowie running into some of the same troubles that they've had all year. The 2-2 was swung on and missed for strike 3. Denoyer cleans up the mess, but Richmond takes the lead. Bases clearing double for Brandon Martirano, and as we're halfway home, instead of leading 2-0, Bowie trails 3-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's RADSmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Bottom of the fifth inning here at Prince George's Stadium in Bowie as the Baysox now find themselves trailing for the first time tonight. They entered the top of the fifth leading 2-0, and it's now 3-2. As Kobe Mayo leads off, Landon Roop will continue on the mound, and the right-hander fires the first pitch. Mayo watches a slider miss inside, and it's 1-0 to start. Here's the next. Fastball too far outside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Mayo, Haskin, Hernaiz to bat as the next offering is lifted on a floater out the other way. Down foul over to the right side. Just a little bit across the first base foul line, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Mayo as he really had to reach out hard for that curveball. Mayo 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. While Landon Roop is up to 65 pitches this evening. Richmond seems fine to stick with him for now. He averages about 16 pitches per inning, and he's kind of hovering that line right today. The 2-1 misses inside, though, to Mayo, and it's 3 balls and a strike. First 3-ball count that he's seen. Here's the 3-1, and Mayo swings and misses. Fastball well too far inside. He saw the hitter's count and tried to make a lot out of it. Came up with nothing. 3-2, knuckled, a little bouncer up the third base line off of Mayo's shin there. Looked like he was initially grabbing the knee, but his left shin, and he's grabbing that shin with 2 hands. Athletic trainer Blake Wooten is coming out. As Mayo grips it, he just dropped his bat in the other batter's box. Not even concerned with it, and just more concerned with, his own safety. But we can't afford any injuries at this point in the season. But Mayo really looks frustrated. His helmet is off. He's still gripping that shin now with just one hand while leaning onto his right knee with the other hand. He's just kicking the leg up, trying to make sure its mobility is still fine. He stretches it out a little bit by grabbing the leg behind his back. And he's still leaning down and gripping it slightly while the manager, Kyle Moore, comes to take a peek. Bowie trails 3-2 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Just as soon as Richmond had a bases clearing double by Brandon Martirano. They find themselves in a bit of a bind, especially with Kobe Mayo fouling a pitch off of his left leg. And it looks like he's fine. Just had to stretch it out. Like I said, test that mobility. Probably in his best interest to take at least a practice swing or 2 outside of the batter's box. Want to make sure that you get that torque proper. But it looks like he's just going to go straight in. But it runs the count full after that foul ball. And the next pitch is inside, ball 4. So Mayo draws the leadoff walk. Already 4 walks today from Landon Roop, matching his career total at AA in 16 prior innings. This is a career high, 4 walks for Roop. Last time he had walked 3 was July 3rd when he was pitching with High A Eugene. All the while, Bowie has only managed to score 2 runs, and none of the runs have scored off of these 4 walks so far. Mayo could become the first as Hudson Haskin steps in, 0 for 1 day, first pitch, and he watches a called strike. Fastball right down the middle. Haskin walked back in the first inning, but he was taken out at third base on a force. He reached on an error in the third after grounding a ball to short and came around to score on Zach Watson's sacrifice fly. The 0-1 pitch, and Haskin bounces it slowly to third. A chance for 2. Aldretti to Fitzgerald at second. Back to Mahon at first, but it's late. Haskin was able to beat it out on that slow dribbler, pulled to third base. Mayo is retired, though. And it looks like his gait is still just a little bit slow getting back to the dugout. I wonder if that foul ball had a serious effect on his sprint speed to second base. 5-4 fielder's choice, and there's one away here in the fifth as Daryl Hernaiz will bat. Good day at the plate for Hernaiz with an RBI double back in the third inning. He's 1 for 2 overall with a strikeout. First pitch home here, and Haskin takes off. It's a curveball called for strike outside, and the throw gets away, bouncing off the glove. Haskin doesn't want to try for third, even though he probably could have made it. Will Wilson at short really had to sprint out to right center field to get it. But Haskin picks up his 5th stolen base of the season, and the Baysox have swiped their 3rd bag today. Finally showing some life against Brandon Martirano, who's had one of the lowest caught stealing rates from a catcher with at least 50 games behind the dish this season. Tying run now in scoring position, but an 0-1 count to start here on Hernaiz. Next pitch in, and Hernaiz swings and misses. Curveball down and away, and he was well too far ahead of it. So 0-2 to start. The Baysox have stolen more than 3 bases only once in a game this season, and that was all the way back in May when they stole 4 against Harrisburg here at Prince George's Stadium. The 0-2. Hernaiz lays off of the same curveball, learned his lesson after the first one. Misses down and away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Next pitch in from Roop, and Hernaiz cracks it out to right field. Might be deep enough to advance the runner as Hayward backs up, makes the catch. Here comes the tag from Haskin. The throw into third is going to be late. Haskin steps in standing. A productive out for Hernaiz. Fly out to right. But now with 2 outs, Bowie needs the base hit to tie this game. It's been an interesting day at the plate for Zach Watson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first, but still reached first base on a wild pitch. Then he hit a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd inning. That went to left field. It gave Bowie the 2-0 lead at the time, but they now trail 3-2. First pitch in, and Watson swings and misses. Curveball down and away. It's 0-1. Roop is very heavily favoring the curveball right now. And the right-handers are just eating it up. Here's the 0-1. Watson watches it miss down and away. Bounces a little bit from Martirano, but doesn't get far. Runs the count even at 1-1. I say the right-handers as if there are some left-handers in the lineup today for Bowie. There aren't. All 9 are righties. Remember, Bowie only has 1 left-hander on roster at the moment, and that's Cesar Pareto, who's getting the day off. As Roop sets, the 1-1 pitch. Watson watches the curveball, called for strike on the inside edge. It's 1-2. Bowie stranded 5 runners at third base on Tuesday as they lost by 4. They've already left 1 runner at third today as the 1-2 pitch is popped up. Out towards shallow left. Here's Tristan Peters. Out goes Will Wilson. It's the shortstop. So the inning is over as Bowie gets another runner into scoring position, and they leave him stranded. We go to the 6th. They trail 3-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey fans, do you know your mud hens from your trash pandas? Then play Minor League Rundown, the official free-to-play game of minor league baseball, and compete for tickets and game day experiences. Rundown is made for masters of ballpark trivia. Playing is free and easy on any mobile device. Just head on over to www.ballyplay.com to sign up and play. Return for each open round to vie for more prizes, including the grand prize to attend championship weekend in Las Vegas this October. It's never been this fun to get caught in a rundown.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Only 1 fireworks show left in 2022. It's Saturday, September 10th, when the Richmond Flying Squirrels come to town. First pitch is at 6:35. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, the Bowie offense really needs to turn a corner somewhere. They're 2 for 26 this series. With runners in scoring position, it's led to them losing the last 2 games, and it has them trailing 3-2 here as we move into the 6th. Noah Denoyer takes his first full inning of relief as we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. I guess the Baysox are due, right? They're getting opportunities, though, as a fastball is fouled on a line back to the screen. Strike one here to Riley Mahan. Mahan has struck out twice in this game today. Denoyer came on with a runner at third and 1 down to the 5th as a fastball's up high. Count 1-1. It's one of those little things in the game as Denoyer was able to strike out both of the first 2 he faced to get out of that inning and keep the runner stranded. As there's a line drive base hit on the ground into right center. Haskin over to cut it off. He'll spin and fire into second. And Mahan, after turning at first, stops with a leadoff single. And now the right fielder, Jacob Hayward, will stand in. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Richmond. 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error for Bowie. But Richmond has had a runner on in every inning. And they've had a runner in scoring position in all but 1 entering this frame. As here's the 9-hole hitter Hayward. And the pitch. And a good breaking ball strike over the heart of the plate, and they count 0-1. Denoyer's been outstanding. 13 AA outings with the Bowie. A 2.44 ERA. Really, the only thing that's hurt him is the homer. The 0-1 showing bunt is Hayward. He offered at it, and he missed it. Actually, grazed it into the mid of Handley. It's a strike, and the count 0-2. Denoyer has allowed 14 runs all year with Bowie, but he's issued 7 homers. And he's a strike thrower. That's been a big part of his game. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him a beautiful breaking ball down. Hayward took a huge cut and came up empty. Strike 3. 1 retired and back to the top of the order. Here is Shane Matheny. If you're striking out a batter in an inning, that's really good. Denoyer has struck out entering tonight 64 batters in just 48 innings. That's outstanding. Here's the pitch. And a cold strike with a fastball at the knees at 94 miles an hour. And the count 0-1. He's got the kind of velocity readings that you see a lot of big league pitchers at. Here's the next one. And a breaking ball in the dirt. Beautiful block by Handley out in front of the plate. And the runner stays at first, Mahan. Count 1-1. And he's both striking out a ton of batters, and he's not walking really anybody. Knock on wood. 11 walks in 48 innings. That's less than 1 walk every 4 innings. Count 1-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball strike on the inside half of the plate. And the count 1-2. So Denoyer's doing it all here. Batters have hit 163 against. If they're on the interstate, I-63 against you, you're doing pretty good. He's really an under-the-radar talent of the system as he gets another strikeout. He went upstairs, he went off speed, and Matheny cuts through it. Denoyer's got in 4 outs, facing 5 batters, all 4 via the strikeout. And there's 2 down in the inning. And here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald, who's having a big night, 2 for 2, with a walk in the game. 3-2 Richmond, top of the 6th inning. Pitch, fastball down and away, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Fitzgerald played at Louisville, and that's really an outstanding baseball program. They've got a ton of big leaguers this year from Louisville. Pitch, and a fastball strike in the outer half. If you've got a few, that's something. There have been 13 players from Louisville that have played in the major leagues this year. Count 1-1, and here's the pitch. Fastball lifted to the inner right field. Playable for Watson, who's trotting over towards the line to make the catch. And with it, the inning is over. So a leadoff single, nothing more. Denoyer's looking outstanding here. And we now head to the bottom of inning 6. The Baysox trail by 1. 3-2 Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Andrew Dashbach will lead things off for the Baysox in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Dashbach, Hanley, and Given. As here's the wind of the pitch. And a breaking ball down low, ball 1. This is Roop still in, entering the 6th. That was his 80th pitch of the night. The wind of the 1-0. And it's off the outside, an off-speed delivery, ball 2. Well, when you hear the batters announce tonight, you may be hearing a familiar voice in many ways as there's a strike of the knees. Our public address announcer filling in tonight is none other than Adrian Robertson, who has, of course, gone from the Baysox to the Orioles, as there's a fastball down and away, ball 3. Adrian is the voice of Camden Yards in her second year with the Orioles, the longtime Baysox public address announcer, as there's ball 4, and Bowie gets a big leadoff man aboard as Dashbach earns a 5-pitch walk. There's activity in the Richmond bullpen. They got a left-hander getting loose, and here's Maverick Hanley. In my career as the lead voice of the Baysox, Adrian was the voice of this stadium for the entirety of it. And it just feels like home having Adrian back in that seat for tonight. Here's the pitch. Hanley shows bunt, lays it down, up the third baseline, charging the glove, Aldrete. No play! Everybody is safe. A bunt single for Hanley. And the Baysox have 2 men on, and there's nobody out, trailing 3-2 in the 6th. And the walk comes back to hurt Roop right away. Warming up in the bullpen, the left-hander Chris Wright, a 12th rounder 3 years ago, 23-year-old left-hander for Richmond. Corners are in, Given batting. He shows bunt and takes a strike. A fastball on the outside corner. The Baysox have laid down 11 sack bunts all year. Now, the last bunt ended up not being a sack bunt because it was a base hit, but how many times have we seen 2 guys in a row bunt? This might be a first. The 0-1 to Given. He's not bunting here, and he takes a strike. A fastball on the outside corner. A nice pitch, count nothing at 2, is right there at the knees. Roop has allowed just 4 hits tonight, 2 runs on 4 hits. He's won 2 games in a row as a breaking ball check swing the appeal, but he did not go. And the count now 1-2. Roop in his Double-A debut allowed 4 runs in 4 innings. That was on August 21st. On his last 2 starts, he went 6 full innings, both wins. Breaking ball, now getting a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a big out. And that right there is strikeout number 6 for Roop. And now the 9-hole hitter in Davis Tavares will come to the plate. The wins for Roop were both against divisional foes. A win against Akron. And then last week's victory was over the Nationals affiliate in Harrisburg. 2 on, 1 down. It's 3-2 Richmond in the 6th. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball bending into the dirt, ball 1. Tavares, his last time up, saw 3 pitches. All of them were curveballs. And the third one he hit into a double play. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. As Roop is ready. And here's the pitch. And a fastball strike on the inside corner under the hands of Tavares. And the count evens here 1-1. On deck, Connor Norby. Another multi-hit game for the red-hot right-handed hitting second baseman of Bowie. As here's the pitch, runners are going. Breaking ball grounded left side deep in the hole. Gloving it is Wilson. He'll not make a throw. Everybody is safe. And without a ball getting out of the infield, the Baysox have the bases loaded. And there's only 1 man out here. And here is Connor Norby, but that's going to be the end of the day for Roop. They're going to go and bring in the left-hander. We'll tell you all about him when we return. It's 3-2 Richmond, but Bowie has the bases loaded and 1 down in the 6th. And the top of the order awaiting right after this on the Baysox Baseball Network.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
So the new pitcher is the left-hander, Chris Wright. What a spot in the ball game. Bases are loaded. There's only 1 man down. Again, the Baysox have not gotten a ball out of the infield in this inning. Roop walked the leadoff batter in a frame for a 3rd consecutive inning. He walked Dashbot, then Hanley a bunt single, and after the strikeout of given an infield single to deep short from Tavares. Here's Norby. Wright is 4-1 with a 3.40 ERA, making his 38th outing of the year. First baseman into the grass, Mahan. As here's the pitch, and a breaking ball strike. He threw him the curve, and he gets ahead of the count, 0-1. Norby has singled twice tonight. He's hit the ball right up the middle in all 3 of his trips. Last time grounding out to Fitzgerald near the second base bag. The 0-1 pitch, and it's off the outside, a fastball, and the count evens here at a ball and a strike. So Wright is actually second on the club in appearances. He has been here in Richmond throughout this campaign as he tries to somehow dance out of this inherited jam. He throws, and it's another fastball up high, missing at 90 miles an hour, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Dashbach at third, Hanley at second, Tavares at first. Not the speediest trio for Bowie, but they're happy to have him on, no doubt about it. The 2-1. And a big breaking ball bending down low for ball 3. So here we go. There's nowhere to put him. On deck, Kobe Mayo. The Baysox with an enormous opportunity here. They're loaded with 1 down. Again, 3-2 Richmond leading. In the bottom of the 6th inning. Wright facing his first batter out of the pen. He throws, and a swing and a soaring pop fly. Very shallow right. Fitzgerald is out. It's Hayward, the right fielder, in. He'll make the catch. Dashbox going. Here comes a throw, a slide. He's safe! And we're tied at 3. Oh, my. I gotta be honest, I didn't think it was deep enough. But the Baysox roll the dice, and they come out of it smelling like roses. Or tied at 3 here at Prince George's Stadium. On a fly ball to very shallow right. The throw to the plate had decent velocity on it, but it was a little bit up the third base line, and the catcher Martirano had to go get it. And sliding in safely was Dashbach. The lead runner now is at second in Hanley. Here's Mayo, the pitch. And a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 1. Well, if you're Bowie, you want to get greedy. You want to get a little bit more out of this, but that's a huge run. And what a send by Baysox manager Kyle Moore, sending Dashbach on a fly ball nearly caught by the second baseman. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball down and inside. And the count evens 1-1. Mayo is getting the treatment of an elite power hitter for a reason. He is just that. He's hit 2 homers in the last 3 games last night. And Matt spoke to it earlier. It was a momentous blast. I think it went 419 feet. I think if I had to walk that far to my car, I'd be out of breath. That might be saying more about me than about Mayo, though. As the count is 1-1. Our run is in. 2 men are on. The lead runner Hanley's at second. And we are tied at 3 in a big ball game for Bowie, who entered tonight tied with Erie for first with 10 games to play in this 22 campaign. Erie leads Altoona 7-2 in the top of the 8th inning. And Akron is tied at 2 with Harrisburg. The 1-1 pitch to Kobe Mayo. And another breaking ball, the third of the at-bat, inside, ball 2. In the game of baseball, you see fastballs thrown maybe about 40 or 45% of the time now. Quite often, Mayo sees them even less. Right is set, and now the 2-1. Swing and a miss through a fastball at the top of the zone. He grazed it into the mid of the catcher, Martirano, and the count 2-2. The right is working Mayo backwards, throwing the soft stuff early, and then trying to get him with the heat late. Count 2-2. 2 down in the 6th. The left-hander delivers. Fastball under the knees, ball 3. Our home plate umpire, Gabe Alfonso, kind of stepped back. I thought he was going to turn and maybe ring him up. It was under the zone. And the count's full, and that's big because now Hanley, that lead runner at second, along with Tavares at first, they'll be running here with his 3-2 pitch. Well, the runners are on the move. Here it comes. Fastball down low, ball for. Oh, he tried to check his swing and could not, strike 3. They appealed, and he got rung up by the first base umpire, Tyler Whitty. The inning is over. Well, Richmond gets out of it without much damage, but the Baysox do tie the game on the Norby sack fly. On to the 7th we go. We are 3 apiece in Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's a night where if you bite your nails, you might be guilty of doing it this evening, right? We got another nip and tuck affair. Last night, Richmond came back from a 9th-inning deficit to best the Baysox. It's 3-3 now, top of the 7th. Denoyer is back. He's worked an inning and 2/3. He delivers, and Diego Rincones hits a soaring pop-up to the shortstop Hernandez, who backpedals into the shallow outfield grass, and he makes the catch. One pitch, one down, and now Will Wilson will come to the plate. Wilson, a highly drafted ball player. The Giants traded for him a few years ago, and they made some tweaks in his swing. They got him to stand a little bit taller, tried to close his stride. You can see that right now as there's a hard grounder to short. Hernandez was deep in the hole. He's there to glove, and the long throw in time. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And here's Brandon Martirano. And I bet you he will not swing at the first pitch. If you get 2 outs with 2 pitches and you're a batter, you just can't swing at that first pitch, can you? Let's see. Let's see if Denoyer just puts it right down the middle and says, come on, Martirano, head it away. And he always swung. How about that? And he fouled it back to the screen. He got a fastball at 94, guess where? Right down the middle. Well, you know, your broadcasters sometimes think they know things, as there's a breaking ball missing inside, and the count 1-1. And many times we prove our intellect as we give our insight. Here's the 1-1. And a hard ground ball to third. It's going to be a 4-pitch inning. Mayo's throw to first in time. Top of the 7th. We hardly knew ye. On to the bottom of the 7th we go. We're tied at 3 apiece on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
While we go to the bottom of the seventh inning, we're tied at 3. Oh, we're having some fun tonight here at Prince George's Stadium. It's 3, 4, and 5, and the Baysox order Haskin, Hernandez, and Watson here to the plate against the left-hander Wright. After Landon Roop making his 4th Double-A start, final line on Roop, 5 and 1/3 innings. He allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 5 and struck out 6, 92 pitches for Roop in the game tonight. Now our outstanding grounds crew is coming out, tending to the back of the mound right now, and it's kind of weird because this has not been a rainy night, but they have replaced the cleat cleaner, right? You got a little thing behind the mound that you can kick at to scrub some dirt out of your cleats. And if it's full of dirt, well, they got to bring in a new one. That's what they just did. But it's weird because it hasn't rained today. Well, kind of an unusual deal. Now they're applying some turfus and trying to dry the top of the mound right around the rubber to Chris Wright's liking. And Wright is ready to go now. He'll finish his warm-up tosses. And he'll face 3, 4, and 5. Haskin, Hernandez, and Watson here in this bottom of the 7th inning. So once again, Bowie entering tonight, tied with Erie, 3.5 in front of Altoona, and 4 in front of Akron. So Altoona and Erie are playing. One has to lose, right? And right now it looks like Altoona is going to be that team. Erie is threatening again. Bottom of the 8th inning. 2 men are on, 1 man down, and Erie's on top 8-2. Erie's lost 3 in a row entering today, but it is once again 8-2 Erie. Actually, I think I'm wrong on that. I think they lost 2 in a row. Nevertheless, 8-2 Erie, bottom of the 8th inning. There in Erie, Pennsylvania. So Bowie will almost certainly have to win to hold serve in the parlance of our U.S. Open times. Akron is on the road at Harrisburg. Once again, they're 4 out, but again, the Baysox play in Akron next week. So you never know, right? Altoona and Erie could struggle next week. Akron could have a big week against Bowie and catch everybody. They're not out of it. They lead 3-2, bottom of the 8th inning in Harrisburg. So those are the 2 games we are really following tonight. Portland is leading the other division. And right now they're on top of Binghamton 5-3, top 9. So here we go. We got one heck of a ball game. We are tied at 3. The Baysox having lost 3 in a row, trying to turn that around here. Haskin bats. They play to pull. As Wright is set, he throws. And it's off the outside, a fastball, ball 1. You know, really it's an interesting infield alignment here because the shortstop is almost straight away, maybe a few steps to the pull side. But Fitzgerald's right up the middle of the second baseman. 1-0 coming. Swing and a drive. Way back left field. Peters looks up and it's out of here. Ho-ho! Hudson Haskin with a bolt of lightning. And the Baysox are in front. It's 4-3 Bowie. The 15th of the year for Haskin is one of the biggest he's hit in a Baysox uniform. Wow, how sweet it is right there. Askin crushed it out to left center. 392 feet off the bat. And here's Hernandez. He shows bunt. And he takes down an inside ball one. Both these teams, you look at their rosters as they're constructed, and they got some power. Richmond can really hit the ball out of the ballpark as well. As here's the 1-0 to Hernandez. He's pulled the third baseman in, and a curveball strike on the inside. Count 1-1. This is a home run hitting ballpark. The Diamond of Richmond is the opposite. And with that being the case, you just know whoever hits the homers in Bowie has a major advantage. As chasing a fastball away, Hernandez. That was well off the outside. Count 1-2. Now there is the first homer of this ball game from either side. And it breaks a 3-3 tie in the seventh. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball in. And they count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez just keeps driving and runs. He had an RBI double already tonight. Sending a fastball the other way into right. Really a great piece of hitting. The 2-2. Fastball chopped weakly, third base line, but it is foul. A swinging bunt of sorts. And it remains 2-2. Hernandez is a ball player. Started the year in Delmarva. He hit .305 in 60 high A games in Aberdeen. So he has really had a good offensive season. He's got 6 hits so far as a Baysox in 8 games. As here's the pitch. And a high fastball fouled on the line off the facing of the second level here. And we'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez and Mayo are the 2 youngsters night in and night out in this lineup. Both high school draftees that have made it to Bowie very quickly. The next one. Curveball inside, almost hit him. And the count full, 3-2. Hernandez a part of that outstanding 2019 draft of the Orioles. Mayo was drafted in the shortened 2020 draft. 3-2 coming. Fastball grounded towards short, hit hard. To his left, Wilson gloves getting in front of it. And he throws to first in time. And Hernandez, it is retired. 1 down in the 7th. That ball was smoked. And here is Zach Watson. Nobody is warming in the Baysox bullpen. It's not really a surprise. Denoyer has been a pitcher that has given Bowie a lot of innings. Once again, 48 innings in 13 outings. 3 or 4 innings an outing. He's going to be up right around there. As Watson a ground ball base hit. Good piece of hitting. He got a fastball up in the zone, and he slaps it to the right side of the infield. Boy, Watson, it's so good to see him get it going. He's such a talented ball player and has had a tough year, but he's putting that behind him here of late. That's his now 5th hit of this series, and he's 5 for 11 with a homer. And here's another ball player that is starting to find it to the plate. Andrew Dashbach, 2 walks tonight, and he scored the tying run in the 6th inning. The right is set, and here's the pitch. And a breaking ball inside, ball 1. 4 runs on 7 hits and 1 error for the Baysox. 3 runs on 7 hits and an error for Richmond. Here's the pitch. High fastball taken. They throw to first. And Watson's back safely as they tried to back pick him. The catcher, Martirado, there. Bowie got 2 in the 3rd. Richmond finally got to Garrett Stallings with a 3-run 5th, knocking Stallings out of the game with 1 down in the inning. But Bowie has come back. Pitch. Fastball off the outside, and it's 3-0. I'll tell you, that was one of the big spots of the game. Richmond had 3 runs in. They had a runner at 3rd, 1 out, and Denoyer comes on and strikes out consecutive batters to keep it 3-2. And now it's a 4-3 Bowie game as he swings it, drives it well, deep left center. Peters back, looking up, and it gets out of here again. And with his right fist raised in the air, Dashbach rounds the bases. Another big Bowie home run. It's a 2-run drive to left center. The 14th of the season for Dashbach. And what a 7th inning for the Baysox. Now leading it 6-3. Wow. And Dashbach has the kind of power that he can hit it out of here no matter the trajectory. And that ball was more of a line drive home run of sorts. As now the pitching coach here in Paul Oseguera is going to come out to talk to the left-hander right. And he is walking again in a way in which he will by no means set a land speed record. And right now, the Squirrels are going to get activity going in their bullpen. Though last night, the Baysox had a lead into the 9th, and they lost the game. Richmond came through with a big rally. And with it, upended Bowie. Really kind of a devastating loss for the Baysox. But getting some insurance here on that Dashbach homer. It feels really big. As now the big fella, the 6'6", 250-pound left-hander, John Gavin, is up to throw. There's still only one out in this inning. Bowie is at 2 homers. They've scored 3 times. Here's Maverick Hanley, the pitch. And a breaking ball strike to get ahead, 0-1. Both homers almost went to the exact same part of the field. Out to left center. Pitch, curveball, popped him up on the infield, center of the diamond. First baseman Mahon coming in, and on the infield grass, he makes a 2-handed catch, and Hanley retired. We've got an attendance figure tonight, 2,043, our crowd at Prince George's Stadium. As here is Chris Given. 3 runs are in, and a 3-all tie is broken. As here's the pitch, and a fastball up high, ball 1. It's a rare night in this area. We're here between D.C. and Baltimore, in which there's not a major league game going on in our area. The 1-0 pitch, and it's Anthony's for a strike. Borderline pitch, count 1-1. The Orioles, with a rare off day in the middle of a homestand, they'll begin a big weekend series with the Boston Red Sox tomorrow night. Here's the 1-1. Curveball inside, ball 2. And then the Washington Nationals, they did play today. But the Nationals, who much like Bowie blew a big 9th inning lead last night, they came back and got a daytime win in St. Louis. They will now head to Philadelphia to take on the Phillies. Pitch, fastball, check swing, it's off the outside. They appeal, but Given did not go. And the count is now 3-1. Boy, Given is another patient hitter, picked up by the Orioles upon his release a few months ago. We've seen it with some of these ball players through Bowie. There's a ball hit well in the air, left center. It's Matheny racing back deep. It's 1 hopping over the wall. It's a ground rule double off the bat of Chris Giffen as he drives it deep in the air to left center and bounded off the warning track and over the wall. And the Baysox may not be done for yet in this 7th, but that is going to do it for the left-hander in Chris Wright. They're going to go to the tall left-hander coming out of the bullpen. We just saw Given with a double, and now coming into the game, John Gavin. Too bad we didn't see Gavin face Given, but nevertheless, we'll deal for Gavin and Tavares. When we return after this, 6-3 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
I somehow, and I know you do too at home, to our incredible listenership, I somehow feel a little bit jilted here. Not jilted, but I feel like it's not fair. We did not get the great matchup of John Gavin against Chris Given, but nevertheless, John Gavin is now into this ball game, and he enters with a runner at second, 2 down, 3 runs are in the frame, and here is left fielder Davis Tavares for the Baysox. Gavin is 6'6" left-hander, and he delivers, and it fades a little bit low beneath the knees. He went off speed, and they count 1 ball and no strikes. Gavin is making only his 4th outing with Richmond. He's allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, in 4 1/3 innings. 6-3 Bowie in the 7th pitch. Swing and a miss, and Tavares loses his helmet. He's got some great hair. He took an enormous cut, and the blonde flowing locks got a little bit of airtime on MILB TV as the count 1-1. These helmets are struggling staying on. Here's the pitch. And it's off speed and down, ball 2. Everybody in Baltimore is talking about that with Gunnar Henderson's home run, the first of his career. And you could see the wind flying through Gunnar's flowing mane as he rounded the bases because his helmet flew off his head when he swung at that pitch. I don't know if he saw it go off the wall. He was trying to catch his helmet. The count 2-1. Here's the pitch. Off speed and in there. Boy, what a changeup, 76 miles an hour. Count 2-2 on the outside corner, about thigh high. The runner at second is Given. Gavin is set. He looks towards second, but he's going to come home with it. Here's the pitch. Fastball missing away, ball 3. The count full. You don't want any piece of the man on deck. In Connor Norby, if you are Given. The count is full. First base is open here. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. In fact, I think he got foul tipped into the mid of the catcher in Martirano on a high fastball. That ends the 7th. What an inning, though, for the Baysox. Haskin homers to give Bowie the lead. Dashbach gives the Baysox insurance with a 2-run shot. Denoyer will be on the hill when we return. 6-3 Bowie into the 8th on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
An inning for the Baysox. 3 runs in the 7th. We head to the 8th. Bowie leads 6-3, and with the call, here's Matt Sabates.
So it's Noah Denoyer back to work. He's got an opportunity for a win as the first pitch to Tristan Peters is cued to second base, or shortstop rather, picked by Will Wilson. Picked by Daryl Hernaiz near second base. I'm looking on the wrong side of the card, the right side of the card, back and forth, left and right. I'll figure out my left and rights when I turn 4 years old at some point. Peters grounds out to short, and we're underway here in the 8th inning. That's 6 pitches for Noah Denoyer to record 4 outs. He needed 5 in the 7th, and he's really just rocking through right now on already what's been a quick rhythm for Denoyer here in his 2022 campaign. Carter Aldrete bats, and the first pitch to him is called a strike, a fastball at 95 on the outside edge of the zone, and it's 0-1 to start. After Aldrete, Riley Mahon will follow, and then if either of those two reach, it'll be Jacob Hayward after that. But Bowie ahead 6-3 as the next pitch is lifted on the line to right field but foul, gets out of play, and it runs the count to 0-2. But the Baysox found themselves trailing. It was a big problem with these one-run games for Bowie this season. The 1-1 fouled off, just a piece over to the right side. Count stays. It's actually no balls and 2 strikes. The count's 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. And now the next. Misses down and away, so it runs into a ball and 2 strikes now on Aldrete, who singled in the 4th inning. But he got taken out on a force that ended the frame. As Noah Denoyer is already firing, and the home plate umpire never called for time. Denoyer was ready in his motion, and he just sent a pitch home while Aldrete had a foot in the box. The home plate umpire never backed out from home plate and never signaled for time, and then he called no pitch. The 1-2 pitch is bounced to short. One hop where it's picked by Daryl Hernaiz. A hot shot at 99 miles an hour, and he sends it to first in time. 6-3 putout. Well, the home plate umpire needs to do a better job in a scenario like that. You need to understand, especially as Denoyer is already on his 3rd full inning of relief, it's not hard to pick up the quick speed and the tempo that he works with on the mound. When the batter still has a foot in the batter's box, and they've not signaled for time, I mean, that's enough for Denoyer to work with, I feel. 2 away, here's Riley Mahon. First pitch, and he hacks at it. Comes up empty on a slider low and inside. It's 0-1 to start. Mahon 1 for 3. Single to right field in the 6th inning. He struck out twice today. Next pitch. Curveball just misses up and away, and it's a ball and a strike now. But Denoyer could probably finish out this game. He's been able to go 4 innings in full relief before, but it was such a peculiar scenario for him to come in the midst of an inning. Next pitch, half swing he went on a breaking ball low. The home plate umpire rings him up on it, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 6-3 Bowie leads as Denoyer is trying to make sure that really no one gets a free pass here as the 1-2 misses high. The count goes to 2-2. John Gavin isn't going to get much time on the bench if Denoyer keeps working quickly. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball to the gap in right center field. This will fall for a base hit and roll to the wall. Turning the corner and into second, Mahon has a double and a chance for a triple as Hudson Haskin had a tough time digging it out of the warning track. He slides in third safely. The throw didn't even get to the infield. Mahon's first triple of the season, and he finds himself 90 feet away with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. That was just a changeup that sat a little bit outside and a little bit low to the left-hander, but it was still on the zone in both directions. Just well enough to reach out and pull it out toward right center field. A good pitch, but a good hit by Mahon. Here's Jacob Hayward. First pitch into the right-hander, and Hayward watches fastball. Called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1 to start. Hayward 0 for 3, struck out looking back in the 6th inning. He hit into a force in the 4th. He lined out to left field back in the 2nd. Infield plays him deep and straight up. The 0-1 pitch misses up and away. Slider, and it runs the count even at a ball and a strike here. Well, things are coming to a close up in Erie. They've just wrapped up. Seawolves win 9-2, so Bowie's best bet today is win now and stay in a tie for first place as the 1-1 misses low. It's 2-1. But again, Bowie is really going to need some more luck in their favor after really missing their biggest chance of the last couple of weeks last night. They would have moved into sole possession of first place, and they blew a 2-run lead in the 9th. Denoyer sets. And the 2-1 pitch here is cracked out toward deep right field. Hayward might have done it again. Watson running back to the wall at the warning track, leaps, and there it goes. Second night in a row, Jacob Hayward has a 2-run home run, and it's back to a 1-run game. 6-5. 10th of the season for Hayward. 8th home run allowed by Stallings this year, or by Denoyer, I should say. 33 RBI on the season for Hayward. He seems to hit it the other way well. He's done it twice in this series. 98 miles an hour, 357 feet. 2 hard-hit balls off of Denoyer. He's got to be careful now as Richmond works with tying run Shane Matheny. First pitch, and Matheny swings and misses. Low changeup, and it's 0-1 to start. Well, after that hit, Denoyer might not come out for the 9th inning at this rate. Here's the 0-1. Off speed, called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-2. Well, those first 11 batters Denoyer faced, he allowed only 1 base runner. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Instant bounce back for Denoyer, but not before a big chunk is taken out of the Bowie lead. 2-run home run with 2 outs for Jacob Hayward. And as we move to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie's lead is only 1, 6-5. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox need to rebuild their lead. They had it at a 6-3 edge before Jacob Hayward hit a 2-run home run for the second consecutive night. and it's 6-5. As we move to the 8th, Connor Norby will lead off. And Kobe Mayo and Hudson Haskin, top of the Bowie lineup to bat. Norby is 2 for 3 on the day with a sacrifice fly. First pitch, and he watches curveball miss wide. It's 1-0 to start. John Gavin out for his first full inning of relief. He came in following Chris Wright, who was tagged for 3 runs in that 7th inning. Gavin struck out the only batter he needed to face. Left-hander fires the 1-0, and Norby watches a called strike. Well placed sinker on the lower outside corner, and it's 1-1. Norby has singled twice. Both of them went straight up the middle. One in the first, one in the third. They both came when he was the first batter of an inning. This is the 3rd inning that he's led off the frame. The 1-1 pitch, and Norby swings and misses. Curveball down, it's 1-2. Norby grounded out to second base in the 4th. He had a sacrifice fly in the 6th. That tied the game after Bowie loaded the bases with only 1 out. That was the only run they got in the frame. As the 1-2 pitch in is lined over towards short. One hop and backhanded deep in the hole by Wilson. Across the body throw, but it's low and gets by. Norby is not going to try for second base. He doesn't even make a turn. It would still be helpful to get back to the bag in time, but he didn't turn. And they're not even going to try and tag him. It'll be an infield single for Norby, his 3rd hit of the day. He's collected all 3 hits, as mentioned, when batting as the leadoff batter of an inning. So his first game back to leading off since August 18th is very successful, a 3-for-4 day. Kobe Mayo will bat now 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch, and Mayo watches fastball just miss above the letters. That one looked like it could have gone. So it's 1-0 to start. Mayo walked back in the 5th inning. He struck out his last time up in the 6th. As Gavin sends in the next, and Mayo watches a called strike. Changeup hits the zone, and it's 1-1. Action in both bullpens right now as Hector Perez gets loose for the Baysox. Clay Helvey is tossing for Richmond. Helvey would be making his 2nd appearance of this series after coming in Tuesday's game. Pickoff throw back to first. Norby not taking that big of a lead against a left-handed pitcher, even with Martirano behind home plate. But Perez warming and Helvey warming. Perez would try and come in for the save, but he's been having a couple of clunkers lately as the 1-1 is called a strike on the outside edge. It's 1-2. Perez gave up a lead and suffered a walk-off loss in his last start, or his last appearance, rather. Shouldn't say a lead. He did give up the walk-off loss, however, to the Erie Seawolves. Only collected 1 out when allowing 3 batters to reach. The 1-2 is poked foul over to the right side. Count stays on Mayo. As Bowie leads 6-5 here in the bottom of the 8th, they would really like to give Perez some insurance. Norby has led off each of his 3 innings with a base hit today. He's scored once. He's been to 3rd the other time. They want to see how far they can get him this time. A 1-2 count on Mayo. And the next pitch is down low. Off speed, runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see when Helvey comes in. Obviously, Gavin didn't need too much to work through that first batter in the 7th inning. Retired Davis Tavares pretty quickly, so he's probably got enough of a leash for this whole 8th. Richmond just has Helvey ready in case, especially with just a 1-run game now. 2-2 pitch, and Mayo swings and misses. Fastball too far outside, and he's down on strikes. 2nd strikeout for Gavin so far today. 9th overall for Richmond pitching. Mayo himself has struck out 4 times. So here's Hudson Haskin. He's been on base every time he stepped to the plate and has done it in 4 different ways. A walk in the 1st, reached on an error in the 3rd, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Homered his last time up in the 7th. First pitch, and Haskin pulls back. Curveball too far inside, and it's 1-0 to start. Haskin led off the 7th inning with a solo home run. He's had one of the more interesting stat lines when he's a leadoff batter this season. Now, he's never really batted as the leadoff batter for the Baysox, but when he's the first batter of an inning, he's hitting .293, well above his season average, a .1033 OPS, and he's now got 9 home runs of his 15 total. Norby takes off, and they've got him picked. The throw to first, gets there in time, and back to second. He's tagged out. Pickoff and caught stealing goes 1-3-4. Surprised that the Baysox were willing to risk it there in a one-run game, especially with a left-hander on the mound. They got it when the getting was good, of course, with the right-handers on the mound and Martirano behind the dish. And now instead of runner at first and one away, it's no one on and two away. Comes in a one-run game. That can hurt. So we wait on the 1-0 pitch to Haskin. Here it is, called a strike. Fastball at the knees, and it's 1-1. So barring a big run now by Bowie, it's going to be a one-run lead for Hector Perez to try and manage. 1-1, and Haskin pops it out of play to the right side. Count to a ball and 2 strikes as that one lands on the berm in front of the lighthouse. The 1-2 pitch. Haskin watches called strike 3. Curveball on the outside edge. Bowie gets a leadoff base hit. They send the minimum to the plate, and we go to the 9th. The Baysox need to hold on to a one-run lead. It's 6-5. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
We move on to the 9th inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Always a pleasure to have you along, and hopefully we can see a Bowie Baysox win once again. As the Baysox lead 6-5 into the top of the 9th, Hector Perez will come on and try and earn the save for Bowie. As Noah Denoyer is done, he was so close to a near spotless performance before allowing a 2-run home run with 2 outs in the top of the 8th to Jacob Hayward. Denoyer eventually finishes with 3 2/3 innings, 3 hits allowed, and 2 runs total. He struck out 5, did not walk anyone, and allowed the home run. First pitch to Tyler Fitzgerald is called a strike on a changeup upper inside corner. It's 0-1. Fitzgerald, then Diego Rincones and Will Wilson will bat for Richmond in this half inning. As Perez sets at the chin, stands upright, and fires the 0-1. A fastball at 96 misses under the knees, and it's a ball and a strike now. Perez, a 6'3", 223-pound right-hander. Minor league free agent signed just earlier this year by the Orioles. Fires the 1-1 pitch, and it misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Perez on the season has 9 appearances with the Baysox. He's 0-2. Both losses are walk-off losses. He's got a 4.35 ERA and 10 1/3 innings under his belt. 16 strikeouts, 4 walks. The 2-1 is a high bouncer over toward short, waiting and holding for a hop at the chest. Hernandez grabs and fires a bullet to first base in time. Fitzgerald got it close. High chopper died into the dirt at only 62 miles an hour off the bat, and Hernandez really had to wait on it before really running into the throw. That was an excellent play by the shortstop. So 1 away, here's Diego Rincones. Perez has 2 saves on his season. He has blown a save. His blown save came in a walk-off loss to the Akron Rubber Ducks just a little bit over a month ago. First pitch to Rinconez misses inside, and it's 1-0 to start. But he took another walk-off loss in his last appearance. That was on Sunday against Erie. When the Baysox had tied the game at 4, Perez went in for the 9th. The 1-0 pitch. Down and inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Rinconez, who's 1 for 4 on the day with a single. Perez allowed a single to open that 9th inning against Erie, then a strikeout, but then a walk and another single, and then allowed a walk-off sacrifice fly to Quincy Naporti. 2-0 pitch here, and it's fouled off. Rinconez gets it off of himself, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Rinconez has surprisingly had a quiet series against the Baysox. Came into this week batting .535, close enough, against the Baysox this season, and he's only gotten 2 hits over these 3 games. The 2-1. Fastball just misses down and away at 97. Close call, but looked to be the right one as it runs the count to 3 balls and a strike. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning. The 3-1 pitch, and it's hammered out to center field. Haskin has a track on it, but still going to the warning track. He makes the catch over the shoulder, up against the chest, and there's 2 away. All of this coming in a 1-run game. The Baysox have not had their best nights when the final score is only 1 run apart. 19-28 in games decided by 1 run this season. That's tied for the most 1-run losses in all of baseball. The only other team with 28 1-run losses is the Texas Rangers. As Will Wilson steps up, Perez steps off the back of the rubber before firing the first pitch. Now he sets. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off. Over to the left side, it's 0-1 to start. An 0-for-3 day for Wilson. He walked and scored in the 5th inning after Garrett Stallings loaded the bases and allowed a bases-clearing double by Brandon Martirano. Bowie led 2-0 and trailed 3-2. The 0-1 pitch misses down, a fastball, and it's 1-1. 2 home runs for the Baysox in the bottom of the 7th, tied the game and pushed them ahead. Hudson Haskin got 1, and Andrew Dashbach had a 2-run blast. The 1-1 pitch. Well outside, slider runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Jacob Hayward in his 2-run home run in the top of the 8th inning brought Richmond back within 1, so it's always a tying run scenario. The 2-1 misses down and away. It's 3-1. But Hayward's 10th home run of the season actually pushes him into 2nd overall in franchise history for career home runs with the Squirrels. 32 as a member of Richmond over his 3+ seasons. 3-1, up and away, ball 4. There was a check swing on that fastball outside, but Wilson definitely held off. Tying run is on base with 2 outs here in the 9th. And Brandon Martirano, who had the bases clearing double back in the 5th inning, will step up to bat here. That's the only hit of the day for Martirano, 1 for 4 overall. He's grounded out, struck out looking. He popped out to first in foul territory all the way back in the 1st inning. As Bowie leads 6-5 here in the top of the 9th inning, trying to break a 3-game slide. First pitch. This is down and away. After Perez started ahead 0-1 on Will Wilson, he's thrown 5 consecutive out of the zone. Massive gap on the right side of the infield with runner being held on at first and a mild shift on for the right-hander. The 1-0 pitch, and Martirano fouls it off of the catcher's mask and the umpire. Maverick Handley instantly turns to make sure that the umpire is okay, and it wasn't much of an issue. Fastball up and inside, and it's 1-1. 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Richmond. 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Baysox. Home runs making an appearance late in this game, just as they did yesterday. As the 1-1 pitch is called a strike. 96-mile-an-hour fastball up and away, and it's 1-2. Well, the fans cheering for it now. Getting to their feet, clapping, excited for this Bowie win. Perez just needs to give it to him. Runner at first, 2 away. The 1-2 pitch. Misses in the dirt. Hanley keeps it in front. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the right-hander digs back into the box. Perez sets at the waist. Up to the chin. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Perez slams the door with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside edge. And a big 1-run win for Bowie to stay tied for first place. Your final tonight, Bowie 6, Richmond 5. We've got a lot to talk about with Baysox postgame following this big Bowie win to halt that 3-game slide. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Well, a 1-run win for Bowie with the massive amount of 1-run losses that they've taken over the last few days. For them to pick up a 1-run win is relieving. Unfortunately, it doesn't help them too much in the standings as we get rolling with Baysox postgame here from Prince George's Stadium. Still a nice win to halt a 3-game slide, but Bowie still needs to get more work done as we look ahead to the final 9 games of the regular season. But it was a good day against Richmond nonetheless. 6-5 over the Flying Squirrels. The Baysox used a couple of big home runs to get it done. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame, we'll start with a recap of this one, break it down a little bit, and then take a break and look around the Eastern League, get you caught up on any of the games you might have missed in the EL and the Orioles organization. But first, we recap. Take you all the way back in time to the faraway land of 6:37 p.m. When first pitch came home from Garrett Stallings to Shane Matheny, it was a ball, but Matheny eventually struck out swinging. Stallings had to dance around trouble, and he's had to do that a lot today. He allowed 2 base hits and runners at the corners with only 1 out before getting out of the jam. In the bottom of the first, the Baysox loaded the bases. They had a runner at second with only 1 out after Connor Norby singled and stole second. Zach Watson, with 2 outs, struck out swinging, but a wild pitch let him get to first base, and the bases were loaded with 2 outs before Andrew Dashbach bounced out to third base, and the inning was instantly over. In the second, Stallings gave up a leadoff double, but stranded the runner at second, and in the bottom of the frame, the Baysox went down in order against starter Landon Roop. Top of the third, Stallings allowed 2 more base runners. A walk and an error put one into scoring position, but 2 strikeouts ended that threat. And in the bottom of the third, the Baysox were finally able to get something going, maybe giving Stallings a little bit of breathing room. It started when Connor Norby singled. He stole second base. Hudson Haskin reached on an error to put Norby at third, and Daryl Hernai stepped up with a key hit after dropping down into the cleanup slot for the first time today. He delivered.
And Hernandez has already had some RBIs here with Bowie the pitch And he swings and lines a base hit to right. The Baysox have the lead. Over to cut it off Hayward. Hernaiz for second. He's in there standing with a double. And it's 1-0 Bowie.
So a big double there for Hernaiz. Surprisingly, his first double-A double. He got it after his first double-A home run. But with a runner at third, thanks to Hudson Haskin reaching on that error, there was still plenty of time for Zach Watson to double up that lead.
As Roop's ready, and here's the pitch. Swing and a liner to left. Peterson, he'll make the catch. Haskin will tag for the plate, a throw, a slide, and safe at the plate is Haskin. And the Baysox have a 2-0 lead.
So a sacrifice fly for Haskin, and Bowie had a 2-run edge, but as the game moved into the top of the fourth, Garrett Stallings came in a peculiar situation. He had already faced the lineup twice. He was at 76 pitches through 4 scoreless innings, having to deal with base runners the entire time. But Bowie elected to send him out for the 5th inning in his 3rd trip through the order, and it burned them. Shane Matheny started behind, no balls and 2 strikes, but walked. Tyler Fitzgerald doubled to left field to put Matheny at third base. Diego Rincones did ground out, and the runner stayed put, but then Will Wilson, he started behind, no balls and 2 strikes, and walked. The bases were loaded, and there was only 1 out. Stallings was up against the wall, and Brandon Martirano basically knocked him through that wall. Jake Prezina, the 2-1 pitch. Swing a line drive, left field base hit. This is going to tie the game. Matheny scores, Fitzgerald scores, Richmond's going to take the lead as Wilson comes all the way home to score from first. The throw home is late. Bases clearing double for Brandon Martirano, and Richmond leads 3-2. So a blown opportunity there for the Baysox as Stallings was immediately lifted from the game. They had a 2-0 lead. They trailed 3-2, and Stallings was in line for a loss. Noah Denoyer came in, though, and instantly struck out a pair with that runner at third base. Martirano had gotten to third on the play from the throw and stranded him there, holding on to just that 1 run. Bowie was able to at least manage that. In the bottom of the 5th, though, they got nothing. Hudson Haskin got to third base after reaching on a force and stealing a base, then going to third on a flyout, but Bowie left him stranded. In the top of the 6th, Noah Denoyer allowed only 1 base hit, a single to open the inning, but struck out 2 more for a scoreless frame. And in the bottom of the 6th, the Baysox were able to tie the game back up. After they loaded the bases with only 1 out, Andrew Dashbach walked, Maverick Handley and Davis Tavares each collected infield singles. That Chris Wright out of the game, and Connor Norby lifted a sacrifice fly to make it 3-3. But that's not where a lot of the big action happened, because after a scoreless top of the 7th from Noah Denoyer, the bottom of the 7th kicked off in a big way when Hudson Haskin got a hold of one.
1-0 coming. Swing and a drive, way back left field. Peters looks up, and it's out of here! Oh-ho! Hudson Haskin with a bolt of lightning, and the Baysox are in front. It's 4-3 Bowie. The 15th of the year for Haskin is one of the biggest he's hit in a Baysox uniform.
So a big blast for Hudson, and it gave Bowie the lead. But they weren't done there. After Daryl Hernaiz grounded out, Zach Watson picked up a single on the first pitch he saw over to right field, and Andrew Dashbach was able to bring them both home.
As he swings and drives it well, deep left center. Peters back looking up, and it gets out of here again. And with his right fist raised in the air, Dashbach rounds the bases. Another big Bowie home run. It's a 2-run drive to left center. The 14th of the season for Dashbach. And what a 7th inning for the Baysox. Now leading it 6-3.
Well, it turned out to be a needed 3-run inning for the Baysox, a needed 2-run home run for Andrew Dashbach, because as the game moved into the top of the 8th, Noah Denoyer was ready to polish off another scoreless inning. After 2 quick groundouts against Tristan Peters and Carter Aldretti, Riley Mahon laced the triple out toward left center field, and Jacob Hayward stepped up. He had a 2-run home run in the 8th inning last night. He did it again tonight. And the 2-1 pitch here is cracked out toward deep right field. Hayward might have done it again. Watson running back to the wall at the warning track, leaps, and there it goes. Second night in a row, Jacob Hayward has a 2-run home run, and it's back to a 1-run game. 6-5. So after Bowie had so often last night tried to build a lead, only for Richmond to bring it back within one run, it looked like the cards were being dealt in the same way tonight. But fortunately, after the Baysox went down scoreless in the 8th, Hector Perez came on for the 9th, and after a 2-out walk, he was able to shut the door on Brandon Martirano. Perez sets at the waist, up to the chin, and now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Perez slams the door with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside edge. And a big one-run win for Bowie to stay tied for first place. Your final tonight, Bowie 6, Richmond 5. So your full box score, Richmond scores 5 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. They left on 9. Bowie scores 6 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. They left on 9, so nearly identical line scores. I suppose you could say the difference maker would be Hudson Haskins' solo home run. That's the only real difference between the two lines. Noah Denoyer picks up the win. He's 1-2 on the season, while the losing pitcher is Chris Wright. He falls to 4-2 on the year. Hector Perez earns the save. It's his 3rd this season. Game was played in 2 hours and 47 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Prince George's Stadium of 2,043. With the loss, Richmond falls to 61-67 on the season, a 1-game losing streak for the Squirrels. Their 2-game winning streak is over, as they're now 29-37 when playing on the road and 13-18 in games decided by 1 run. With the win, the Baysox move to 64-65 on the year. Their 3-game losing streak is over, and Bowie is now 36-30 at home and 20-28 in games decided by 1 run. Second half sees Bowie jump up to 37-23, while Richmond falls to 21-38. Well, Adam, it still stings a little bit, considering that Bowie could have maintained a full game's lead in the Southwest Division with this win tonight, had they been able to maintain their lead last night. But at least there's a little bit of solace from holding on to a 1-run win like this one tonight.
Oh, unquestionably. And look, when you lose a game like you did last night, it's so easy for a game like that to snowball. Bowie had lost 3 in a row. Things could have gone downhill in a hurry. I thought the outs that Denoyer got with a game 3-2 in the 5th inning to keep it a 3-run 5th, keep Bowie within 1, were pivotal in this game. And then the Baysox are able to rally afterwards. It's so good to see Dashbach having this kind of series. He's hit 2 home runs. He's also got a double. He's got 4 hits in the first 3 games of the series. He walked twice tonight. There were just so many things that Bowie did well in this game. But I know Denoyer gave up the 2-run home run in the 8th, but I think it's really deserving that he got his first Eastern League and Double-A win tonight. He's been so good for the Baysox in long relief, and this was a huge ball game this evening, and now here you go, still tied with 9 games left. We'll talk a little bit more about that right after this, right?
Yeah, we've got the Eastern League scoreboards to talk about, and of course, if you've been following along, you've heard we've already spoiled how the Erie game wrapped up, but there's still plenty more scores to talk about, because with the way that Erie and Altoona series is going, Altoona is still making a push for the playoffs, as is the Akron Rubber Ducks, so you've got to stick around for these upcoming scores. We're back after this. Bowie wins 6-5. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, as the baseball season winds down, that means we've got to get ready for football. Friday, September 9th, it's the Baysox football kickoff night at Prince George's Stadium. Getting ready for the college season and the pro season, the Baysox will be giving away a special Adley Rutschman bobblehead. Remember, Adley played college football before he joined the Orioles. It's a free bobblehead for the first 750 fans ages 13 and up. So be sure to join the Baysox football kickoff night on Friday, September 9th. Get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Back to action here at Prince George's Stadium as we get ready to wrap up Baysox postgame. Following a 6-5 Bowie win over Richmond, it's not going to do them much in the Southwest Division standings because the Erie Seawolves were able to win once more. Erie put on 5 runs in the 4th inning to break a 2-2 tie and cruise to a 9-2 win over the Altoona Curve. So after Bowie missed out on their opportunity to move into first place last night, they are just going to have to settle for maintaining the tie for first tonight. But remember, as we've only got 9 games left in the regular season, Erie still holds the tiebreaker here in the second half. But the Baysox have been just dancing with Erie for the past 2 weeks. Bowie has either been in sole possession of first or tied for first every single day since August 24th, and they're going to go into their 4th consecutive day tied for first place when tomorrow gets going, and they're 5th in their last 6 games. That is just about as tight as a run toward the end of the season that you could ask for.
Wow.
Akron had overcome a 1-run deficit against Harrisburg earlier tonight. They put on 2 runs in the 8th inning to win 3-2. While Portland picked up their 2nd consecutive win over Binghamton 5-3. The Sea Dogs have emerged as one of the hottest teams in the Eastern League this second half as they improved to 38-22 this half over these 50 games. Or what is that, 60 games, if I can remember how to count sometimes. And then they've moved into the 10th inning over in Reading. It looks like that they might have just finished that one up. And, you know, the game day always gets a little funky when you move into extra innings, but it looks like they're tied at 6 into the 10th. Actually, as a matter of fact, Reading put in a game-tying run in the bottom of the 9th to force extra innings. So that's where the little glitch is that we're seeing. But it's 6-6 into the 10th, and New Hampshire is just getting their first shot at that runner at second and nobody out in the top of the 10th. And they might be looking at extra innings over in Hartford. We'll just have to see. They're still in the 8th inning, knotted at 5 after Hartford had taken a 2-1 lead, but Somerset suddenly blew up to a 5-2 lead. Hartford had a chip back at it, and now they're looking at potentially extras. Hartford is going to have to try and get something going soon as they sit in the bottom of the 8th. That's the Eastern League, though, as Bowie is trying to see how much ground they can gain. Altoona is going to fall to 4.5 games out. Akron will still be 4 games out as Altoona falls down to 4th place. Akron moves back up into 3rd, and again, just 9 games left to play in the regular season. So a quick run through the standings there. Adam, how's the Orioles organization looking?
Well, Delmarva is starting to play some winning baseball here of late. The Shorebirds 4-1 victors at home tonight against the Down East Wood Ducks, formerly known as Kinston, but of course they are in Kinston, North Carolina. The game, though, was played in Delmarva. Jersey Shore, though, is a winner. The Phillies High A affiliate upends Aberdeen 4-1 the final. Aberdeen, the only Orioles affiliate right now that we know that will play postseason baseball. Of course, Bowie hoping to join. And, you know, unfortunately, they are playing 2 in Memphis, Tennessee tonight. I don't know if you saw, but last night in the first inning there was an active shooter going around. Really, I mean, we felt that with the D.C. active shooters of 20 or so years ago that were just absolutely terrifying our area for weeks on end. And they had an active shooter throughout Memphis last night, so they stopped the game in the first inning. So therefore, they completed the first game, a 9-inning game. Norfolk winning at 7-2. They are now playing a 7-inning game following in the second. It's 1-0 the Tides in front there in the second inning. Going back towards game 1, though, former Baysox Caden Grenier had a really good night. We haven't been able to talk much about Caden this season. He's been in AAA throughout. He's actually in left field tonight. He went 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and 2 runs driven in.
Well, it's looking like a good day. At the very least, Bowie was able to pick up a good win, a win that they absolutely needed to stay in the hunt in the Southwest Division right now. Of course, that is the score we care about most on this production, and it was a 6-5 winner for the Baysox over Richmond. Two sides will get going again tomorrow for Game 4 in this series as Bowie looks to even up the 6-game set. Chase McDermott will get the start for the Baysox, 1-1 with an 8.00 ERA. but it's still just going to be his 4th appearance, so don't look too far into those numbers. While the left-handed pitcher Kyle Harrison will go for Richmond, 4-2 with a 3.36 ERA. He's been one of their best arms this year. 7:05 first pitch on Friday, which means the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:45. It's going to do it for us from Prince George's Stadium. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabata saying thank you so much for stopping by as Bowie takes down Richmond tonight, 6-5. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.